Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
And Valiant. At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
You know, being from a family of faith, I think that gave me the encouragement to chase those dreams. It's not just football, right? It's so much bigger than that. Just trying to lead by example and be a good steward of what God has given me.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
Those proceeds from the clinic are being...
And hello, Savage fans, and welcome to week number 7 of the Oklahoma high school football season. My name is Skip Copeland alongside Chris Chandler. Jonathan Callaway on the main camera for us tonight, bringing you all the action here live from Muskogee, Oklahoma, Hilldale High School. Beautiful night for football. What a gorgeous sunset we've just seen. Helicopter air evac team bringing the game ball in. And I mean, this is a festive night, Chris. This is a wonderful night for football.
Yeah, and it's getting closer to football weather, but not quite there yet. It's, still about 75 degrees during the day, but this is a familiar place for the Savages to play. Yeah, fantastically beautiful sunset. And, there is a little pageantry here as the Savage team captain's coming on, but this is, every game's important in district play, but a very important game tonight, Skip, here in Hilldale between Broken Bow and the Hornets.
Yeah, we do see the captains coming out. And we've got one of our captains is back actually with pads on tonight, and we'll see action in the football game. That's number 7, Sky Baker. Sky has had a dislocated shoulder and has been out for several weeks. He's been out since week 1, in fact. He was hurt in the McAllister game. And the Savages have won 2 of their district contests this year so far, and they've lost 1. So they have a record of 2-1 in district play coming into tonight's game, which is kind of the middle of the district schedule, and a very, very important game. The Savages cannot afford another loss in this district play, particularly against teams that they match up well against like they do tonight. You'll see the captains walking out tonight. Josh McDaniel is number 67. He is our 3-year starting center. Number 7, Sky Baker, we talked about him already, back in the lineup tonight. Number 8, A.J. Brannon, another senior. And, of course, our quarterback, number 4, Graydon Howell. Those are the 4 captains that are actually at midfield. Cale Ginn, number 53, one of our edge rushers. He is also a captain tonight, but we only take 4 to midfield for the coin toss as the captains talk things over here, and we'll see who will start tonight on offense and who will play defense first. But, again, just a spectacular night. What a wonderful night to be a Savage. And us get right to talking about this Broken Bow Savage football team. There you go, Chris. Looking at our statistics for the season so far, you can see the Savages have a very balanced attack. We have 1,354 rushing yards on 175 carries. We have 1,330 passing yards on 129 pass attempts. That's a very balanced offense. I don't know that you could be any more balanced. That's 2,684 yards, averaging 447 yards a game, and split right down the middle. Averaged about 220 or so yards on both the ground and through the air. And the Savages will have the football. We'll see that offense first tonight as they have elected to receive the football. Here's our quarterback that we spoke of earlier, Graydon Howe. Graydon having just a tremendous career in Broken Bow colors, black and gold so far, and he's got another season to go after this one, but midway through this season, he is really lighting things up. 1,859 total yards on 165 offensive plays. He scored 20 touchdowns. That's quite an incredible.
Well, especially consider this does not include, this is passing and rushing yardage. It doesn't include 2 punt returns for touchdowns he made. And his return yardage is all-purpose yardage. If you add to that, he's averaging probably about 30 yards per return.
So the Hilldale Hornets will have to stop number 4 tonight to have any success at all against Broken Bow. That's that's the career yardage. There you go, 4,000. So he's closing in. He's going to go over 5,000 career yards tonight.
That's the idea, yeah. And so here come the Savages.
Your 2025 Broken Bow Savages being led onto the field by number 4, Graydon Howe, along with those other captains. The Savages tonight will have the same lineup on the field, except that we'll have the weapon back on both sides of the ball. We'll see Sky Baker probably play all night, probably play every snap on defense.
He wanted, according to the coaching staff, he was begging to come back last week. They said, no, we don't need you in this game. You make sure you're fully healed because we definitely need you down the road.
So we'll see some different combinations tonight, some different personnel changes. They've added a personnel package or two that we haven't seen so far this year. One thing that's worth noting as we set the stage tonight on this beautiful October night with the red sunset in the background and the Savages in an all-white look tonight with the gold helmets. 7 weeks into the season, 7 games into the season anyway, and the Savages have, that's right, their 7th uniform combo.
That is nice.
Maverick Lang, fashion guru.
Yeah, you can't even prepare for them coming out of the locker room if you're an opponent with
Right.
the different combinations. It is going to be nice to see what they come out with, what sets that they show. I will mention this is, again, a great, nice hosts here at Hilldale. They've always welcomed us, great facilities, and because of a successful bond issue, Broken Bow is going to have one of these fields in the near future.
We'll talk about that at halftime for sure. But you're right. One of my favorite places to call a football game is right here at Hilldale High School. Great people. Savages with Isaiah Fields and Dejon Hall back at the flanks and Snooty Neal in the middle. This is a high punt, fair catch call for, and caught in the air by the Hilldale Hornets.
But that's going to be interference. He actually made contact. I believe that's going to be interference with a fair catch.
It is. So the referees will talk this over, but hopefully, unlike weeks past, we'll get the right call here.
Yeah, and it should give the Savages the ball in Hornet territory.
Yeah, as long as there's a clear, fair signal. First down, Broken Bow, and we'll get the 15-yard penalty on top of that. So the Savages will start with outstanding field position at the Hilldale 40-yard line, as AJ was standing at the 45 when he made the fair catch call. So Broken Bow 40 yards away. Don't want to jinx anything, but we started last week from the 34-yard line. So let's hope that the Savages can finish this drive off here as we get started with Graydon Howell and Snooty Neal in the backfield. We'll set the offensive lineup in just a moment, but Josh McDaniel is the center. Here's the snap, straight drop. Graydon with a pump fake. Now steps up into the pocket, looking for Khalil Flagg. He's wide open, and he mixed the drop.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness, what a play, and that was executed perfectly. Great protection. Khalil was wide open. Graydon put the ball on the money, but sometimes we just don't finish.
Everything in that play happened perfectly except for the catch at the end. He was, past 2 people, and that ball was right over his shoulder. Great pass by Graydon, but all for naught. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Sonny Freeman and Hunter Shomo are the guards in this football game. and Aiden Hammonds and Lucas Curry. Those are the tackles. Graydon in the gun. He'll put the H-back, Cade Pratt, to the left side of the offense. High snap. Graydon handles it, hands off to Snooty, bounces it off the ground. Neal in trouble, and now he's going to lose yardage all the way back to about the 42 or 43-yard line, depending on whether or not they give him that forward progress. And they will not. The 43-yard line, it'll be a loss on the play. That'll bring up third down at about 13 for Broken Bow.
Very uncharacteristic high snap for McDaniel. He's been solid on that for 3 years now.
So 2 plays so far. In both plays, the Savages have mishandled the football. A missed pass, which was surely a touchdown, and now a high snap and a bounce in the backfield on a fumble. Graydon looking for pass pressure from the outside, does a good job of eluding. Now Graydon on the run to the midfield stripe, fires the ball down, caught by Isaiah Fields at the 28-yard line, and that's going to be enough. Stop the clock with 11:03 left, first period. Move the chains. Broken Bow with their first and 10 of the night.
Boy, handed to this Broken Bow. His number 7 came on a beeline, and Hal somehow made that little step, avoided him, and then found Isaiah Fields going toward the sideline. What a great possession receiver Isaiah Fields is.
What a great play by Graydon to elude that rush. Number 7 is clearly their best player. I think everyone that has seen them will agree with that. And Graydon just stepped away from him right there. Shotgun formation. Hal with the handoff to Neal. Neal looking for some room outside. Turns it up at the 30 to the 25. Penalty marker in to the 20. And down he goes at the 14-yard line. But we've got a hold at about the 24 or so, I think. Actually, where they threw the flag at is back near the 28-yard line. So if that's a spot foul from there, we'll go back to the 38-yard line, and it'll be first and about 22.
That is usually holding in that area, and it looks like the way Broken Bow's walking back, that's going to be the call.
Yeah, it was.
It
was a hold. I saw it shielding the edge there. And
yeah,
I think it was a good call. I just where the spot of it was, I don't know.
Yeah, that play's
going to go to
back.
the 39.
They will replay that down. You know, one of the things that Snooty did on that play that I really liked, Skip, though, is he switched the ball to his outside arm once he was out in the open.
So the Savages with the football at the 39-yard line, they've got to get to the 20, so it's first and 19. I'm sorry, third. Why have they got first down up there? Oh, it is a first down because the play. There's Neal with a screen out of the backfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then he's gang tackled. As the pass was a little bit high. Snooty made the catch, however, and they're going to mark him at the 40-yard line. That'll be another loss on the play. So the Savages will lose a yard, and it'll be second down and 20 now.
And back where they started this possession at. That was a 40-yard line following that penalty on the kickoff. So
they crossed me up on that penalty a moment ago. I thought the penalty was coming back on the previous play, but they actually accounted for the first down, and then the penalty moved it back 10 yards. Pistol formation with Neal behind Hal. Hal rolling right, looking downfield. Still has some room. Now he'll turn it up 35 to the 30 and out of bounds with a stiff arm. Didn't quite get to the 30-yard line. They're going to say he actually stepped out at the 33. Line to gain the 20-yard line. This is Leafs with a third down outside the chains here. 3rd and 13 to go. Clock stops on the out of bounds. 9:35 left, first period. No score from Muskogee.
Be nice to see if the Savages could convert here, but again, they are in 4-down territory here. If they don't make the first down on this play, they will likely go for it on 4th.
Braden Williams in the game at the H-back. Savages with 3 receivers in formation, and there's an offsides. Nice hard count by our quarterback. Calls the red-shirted defenders off, 3 of them, in fact, across the ball there. That'll give us 5 and get us back inside the chains. Spotted at the 28-yard line, so we're third down now and 8 yards away from the line to gain.
That's good discipline by that offensive line in a tense situation. We've got some guy, a defensive lineman, coming towards you. It's hard not to jump, but they stood still and got 5 the easy way.
Savages will pull all the receivers out now, 4 in formation, and a back in the backfield. Trips to the wide side. Handoff to Neal, wide open running, 25, 20. He's got the first down, still pushing the pile near the 17-yard line. Let's see where they spot him. They're going to back it up to the 18-yard line. A nice run that time by Snooty Neal. That'll move the chains. With 9:27 left first period, the Savages with a new set of downs inside the red zone.
Snooty Neal was still standing at the end of that play. He's just so strong. He is a hard guy to bring down, and he got the first down for Broken Bow and more.
So the Savages with a good offensive possession here. Keep in mind, this started at the 40-yard line. So they have had excellent field position. Now the only team with the football so far. Another hard count and another jump by the Hilldale Hornets. The Savages will get 5 the easy way. Turn 1st and 10 into 1st and 15 from the 13-yard line. I'm sorry, 1st and 5 from the 13-yard line.
I like the discipline they're showing once again, and I like the fact that they went. I'm assuming that might be a call from that. Might have been. They may give Graydon Howell the ability to do that as an audible, but going on a long, hard count and getting them off.
Hilldale with 4 up front, rushing it against our 5. Handoff, Neal, bouncing outside to the 10, 5-yard line. He's got a crease. Penalty marker comes
right
in behind it. Looks like they got AJ out there on the edge. They're saying he used his hands to seal that corner. That'll be a spot foul. So
about the 5-yard line is where it occurred.
Neal went into the end zone. So if it's a spot foul from there, it'll be a first down. It'll give Broken Bow 1st and goal at the 15-yard line, if I have that math right.
That was a smart move by Neal. Good field vision to bounce outside. He was going just off tackle and saw the crease on the outside, turned it up.
14. They'll step it off to the 14-yard line. It's 1st and goal, Broken Bow, from the 14-yard line.
Well, we've seen
He says 1st and 5, but if the spot of the foul is outside the chains, it's first down, isn't it?
Yeah, they've dropped the. No, they're still showing a line to gain.
It's a 1st and 5. They kept the line. They kept the chains where they are. Here's a fake handoff. Pressure in the backfield. Graydon eludes the tackler. He's got Snooty in front, and the corner of the end zone is all his. That's a Savage touchdown. And the Savages with an early lead. 8:47 left first period. 6-0 Broken Bow, and the extra point on the way.
Boy, that was just Graydon Howell recognizing there was nobody on that corner on that side of the field. He looked downfield and saw that open grass, artificial although it is, and just took off running.
Actually had a lead blocker with no one to block. So,
yeah, that was Snooty out there.
Very, very successful play. Blake Skelton will hold, and Zaragoza will kick. It is up and dead center again. Gadiel Zaragoza has been very, very accurate this year. The Savages with an early lead in this contest, 7-0. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with a kick right after this.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging up, and went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City, and the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
And Graydon Howell with a nice little touchdown run there, as the Savages had some execution problems on their first possession, but they're able to get in the end zone and cap it with a touchdown by Graydon Howell, his 21st that he's accounted for this season. Gadiel kicks the football away. High kick rising and being fielded at the 18-yard line. On the run across the 20, 25, breaks a tackle to the 30. Cuts outside, another tackle broken. Now he's got some open field to the 40, 45-yard line. He's turned back in by Blake Skelton, and now the rest of the Savages will corral him. That's a nice kickoff return for the Hilldale Hornets, but really it was the Broken Bow Savages' lack of tackling that gave him that kind of return.
Yeah, there were at least 2 missed tackles on that, and as a result, that's a great starting field position for the Hornets. Not as good as the Savages had, but still pretty near midfield.
Savages will start with Cale Ginn and Bentley Brown on the edges here. Jimmy Brown gets the start tonight at defensive tackle alongside Jackson Porter. The linebackers on the inside, that's Cade Pratt in the middle, Bladen Meddock on his right, and Braden Williams on his left. We'll set the DBs in just a moment. Here's the Hilldale offense, pistol formation, quick throw, thrown out, picked off by Meddock. Went straight up and got it. They're looking for Brady Scott on a little inside curl route, and Meddock read it perfectly, went up and took the football away, and the Savages are back on offense in great field position.
They had the senior linebacker. That was just beautiful reading the play. I think that was good preparation, too. They've used that play to great effect this season. Great job scouting it, anticipating it, and going and executing, getting the football by that linebacker.
So we didn't get a chance really to talk about it, but number 7 is who makes their offense go.
Brady Scott, yeah.
He scored 3 touchdowns against us last year, so everything we do tonight on defense will key on number 7. That you saw it right there as they tried to get him the ball on the first play with a little curl route. Meddock stepped right in the middle and took the ball away. Here are the Savages, same starting field position, 40 yards away, 1st and 10, 8:29 left first period. In the gun with in the pistol with Graydon Howe and Snooty Neal. Neal gets the carry, across the 40, push in the pile, 35-yard line. Strong running by Snooty Neal. Give him 6 yards on 1st down, bring up 2nd down and a long 4.
He was just kept those legs churning. You could see they were trying to pull his arm away from the ball, couldn't do it. He is a strong man. I mean, he can run and hold on to the football even when he has a defensive lineman holding off of it.
Savages will go with trips. Now they'll bring the H-back back in tight. And twins to the left side. Savages with a hard count. Almost got him to draw again, but this time they won't flag it. Savages will look to the offensive play here. And they go with this no huddle look all along so far this season. Fake handoff. Graydon's got the football. 35-yard line. He has one man to beat here on the corner, but he can't do it. They'll turn it up. And Graydon will push 3 Hilldale defenders forward for about 4 yards. Stop the clock, move the chains. Graydon Howe with a 1st and 10.
We talk about Graydon Howe's speed and his skill at moving, but what about his strength there? He came to a complete stop, had 3 guys on him, and then just bulldozed forward for another 4 yards.
Great offensive set so far for Broken Bow as we've really moved the football effectively, even though we've had a couple of miscues. The Savages have finished the first drive successfully, and here they are with another one and a new set of downs. Alone in the backfield is the quarterback, Graydon Howe. He's got 5 receivers in formation. 3-step drop. Looking downfield, now he's got to scramble. He's got some pressure, fires the football in the middle. It's caught by Brannon at the 25-yard line. He'll push forward to about the 23. They're going to say the 24. That's where his progress ended. So he'll get positive yardage there. We'll give him less than 3 yards. Let's call it a 2-yard gain by A.J. Brannon, just really bailing his quarterback out of trouble that time.
Yeah, that was a good job coming back toward the line of scrimmage after that, when Howell had to scramble. And another good sidearm throw by Howell between 2 defenders to avoid the sack and get some positive yardage.
2nd down, Broken Bow with 6:48. Clock on the move, first period. 7-0 lead. Play flagged in from the sideline now. Pistol formation again. They'll flip the H-back to the right side of scrimmage. Neal with the handoff. Lead blocker is Pratt. Straight ahead across the line of scrimmage, pushing forward close to the line to gain. They'll push him back, but the line judge says he got near the 20-yard line. The line to gain is what, Chris? The 18? I can't.
Yeah, I think the line to gain is between the 18 and 19.
Yeah. So they didn't give him the 20. They say he's at the 21-yard line. That's going to be a 3rd down and 3.
I like the way Neal, he actually made a spin move with the guy at his ankles and broke loose from that would-be tackle.
See what they dial up on 3rd and 3 here. Clock under 6 minutes left, first period. Hard count. Nobody jumped that time. Well, they jumped, but not offsides. Savages, again, she looks like they're audibling here and changing the play. Cade Pratt in the H. They'll go power to the right side. They need 3 for the 1st down. And he's got that and more to the 10 and then knocked out of bounds at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10, 1st and goal, Broken Bow is Graydon Howell on the keeper. And Chris, great blocking up front. Graydon finds the crease. He knows where the chain is at, moves it forward, and we get a new set of downs.
Fantastic downfield blocking and patience by Graydon Howell. Snooty Neal also up there leading, and he just kind of glided behind his blockers and then at the end accelerated into the, I guess we're in the not only in the red zone, but we have 1st and goal.
Sonny Freeman and Aiden Hammonds on that right side doing the work there. Pistol formation, Neal with some opening here. He stiff arms to the 5, turns it up. Can he get to the line? Nope, he's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line as Snooty thought he had the end zone, but he didn't quite get there.
And once again, he goes inside off tackle, just sees it, bounces out, and cuts it back up and almost gets in the end zone. Another great run by Snooty Neal, and that's going to put the Savages about 3 feet away from the end zone.
He had a really, really beautiful view of that play from our angle up here, and that hole was wide open for him.
Nice blocking.
Let's see if we can get this final yard here. Pistol formation. Now they'll look back. I don't think the play changed this time. Hard count. Handoff. Snooty steps into the end zone, and the Savages have another touchdown. 13-0 Broken Bow. 4:57 left first period. Point after touchdown on the way. 1-yard touchdown run by junior running back Jatarius Snooty Neal.
And that was just it was a little arm tackle attempt, but that was another great job by the offensive line of blowing the defenders away from the gap.
Skelton with the hold again here. That's Cale Ginn snapping things. Good exchange between those two fellas, and Gadiel Zaragoza once again dead through the uprights. 14-0 Broken Bow. Well, let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. And welcome back to Hilldale High School. I want to say a big happy birthday shout out to our friend Lindsey Gaston, principal at Dirks Elementary School, but also one of the owners of the Broken Tiki, one of our media partners.
So one of our partners.
Oh yeah, absolutely one of our partners. Helps bring all this together. I saw Ray's Facebook post earlier from about, 25, 30 years ago. The dude was fighting above his weight class. That's all I got to say. Good for him.
Aren't we all so lucky?
Yeah, no, I love both of you guys. Happy birthday, Lee.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Here's a high kickoff. Zaragoza, it goes out of bounds, and the Savages will either have to re-kick or the Hornets will take the football at the 35. I would suspect they'll take it at the 35, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, they may want to take a chance on getting it. Well, no, they're going to take it 30. I said getting it in the open field. That last kickoff return netted them about 15 to 20 yards.
Yeah, that's right, it did. And he broke a couple of tackles on the way, so they might want to kick it again. Nope, they're going to set it up at the 35. So Hilldale will take their second offensive possession. They've actually only snapped one offensive play, and it was an interception. So we'll see if Broken Bow the defense can keep that trend going. We never had a chance to set the DBs, as we have B.B. Heath and Cole Patrick on the right side here, Isaiah Fields and Sky Baker at free safety on the left side of this defense. Handoff fake, keeper up the middle, and Porter's there.
Whoa.
As Bentley Brown made first contact and Jackson Porter made the stop. No gain on the play. Well, they're going to give him progress of a yard. Second down and 9.
Again, just for a guy that big, Jackson Porter is so quick. Quarterback tried to step inside on a move, and Porter just met him, stood him up.
Pistol formation, forward formation, straight drop back. Now he wants to throw the screen. He's got blockers in front. Savages corral it, but there he goes. Wide open field. Can they chase him down? And they do. Get him from behind. Was that Brady Scott? No, it wasn't. That's number 2.
That's number 4. I think that was Pratt that actually made the tackle about 30 yards downfield, chasing him down.
I think that was number 10 on the catch, wasn't it? Yeah, it was, number 10. I don't trust this roster, but I'm going to call him Robert Campbell anyway. So Robert Campbell with a nice gain as the Hornets are in Savage territory, and the Savages jump off sides and give them a 5 the easy way. It'll be a 1st and 5 situation now.
Well, actually,
they're called procedure.
No, it was on the far side receiver who actually he jumped on the hard count.
Okay.
Again, you're out on an island as receiver. You should go on the ball, but that's a break for the Savage. I think he pulled Broken Bow off sides.
So now 1st and 15 as we'll back it up 5 here. Clock stopped at 4:09. Now they'll wind. Clock on the move. Looking outside, wants to throw the football. Scrambling to his right. Now he just throws it away behind the Hilldale bench. Incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 15.
In his defense, it was completed to a teammate. Just one on the sideline in street clothes. That was good coverage as he was rolling out. He had time to throw, but there was nobody even remotely open as Savages had the receivers well covered downfield.
So, again, the Savages out with the same 4 up front. That's Ginn and Brown on the corners on the edge there, and that's Porter and Jimmy Brown. Bentley Brown on one edge. I have to call first names here with 2 Browns on the defensive
Yeah, we got a set of Browns and a set of Williams out there.
Yeah, we do, don't we? Yeah. Sky Baker looking good out there. Looking happy to see number 7 back on the field. Option play, quick pitch backfield. Now turning the corners. Good speed that time as 15, the tailback, took the pitch, outran us to the edge, and it took our strong safety, Cole Patrick, to run him out of bounds. But a gain, Chris, on the play of about 13 yards, it looked like. Oh, no, they say he went out. I'm sorry. Okay.
I think he was actually forced out. I think it was Cade Pratt that made the play, forcing him out of bounds before he got downfield. So
football at the 30.
Before he got too far downfield.
Football at the 32-yard line. So the line to gain is at 25. They need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll split trip receivers to the wide side. That's the right side of the offense. Pistol formation. 3-step drop. Now he'll throws the football. Post route. Receiver is Scott, and it's over the outstretched arms of Brady Scott, incomplete. That's going to leave 4th down in what is likely 4-down territory, although in the pregame we watched their field goal kicker kick a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah, he hit it from 50, and they may want to get some points on the board. By the way, that was fantastic coverage on that play by number 7 and number 5, Fields and Baker.
Now, he had the ball teed up. He had all the time in the world to kick it.
And nobody
rushing him.
Yeah.
It's a whole different situation on the field right now, and they're going to go for it with their offense instead. 4th down and 7, 3:47 left first period. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Pistol formation, trip receivers. Now Scott in motion. He's looking for Scott. Fires the football out, and he's got it. 1st down yardage. I don't know. Where are they going to spot him at? I don't think he got to the line to gain. If they spot him at the 26, that's a turnover, and they did.
That was excellent.
He needed 7. He got 6. The Savages are going to take over on a defensive stop on 4 down.
And hand it to Isaiah Fields, who immediately after he brought the ball in, Scott catch the ball, and he had a whole back full of number 5, making an open field tackle, forcing him backwards and bringing him to the ground.
So once again, the Savages, who have had 2 offensive possessions, both ending in touchdowns, have now made 2 stops on defense as well, and they have the football back. This time the field position further back as we are 74 yards away. Neal gets the first carry on 1st down across the 25, breaking tackles, pushing the pile, 30-yard line, 33-yard line goes Snooty Neal. Big gain, 8 yards on 1st down, leaves you a 2nd and very manageable 2 yards.
This offense looking very much like the one that put up 70 points last week, just a juggernaut rolling through, and that's a big reason there. Number 20, just hard to bring down. That's basically a base play, a little off tackle run by Neal, and turns it into a 7-yard gain.
Shotgun formation, Graydon with a straight drop. We had a whistle stop in play here as the penalty marker came in from the side judge. Illegal procedure against Broken Bow will lose 5. So that 2nd and 2 situation, which actually looks like more like 3 yards from this angle, that's going to turn into more like 2nd and 8.
Yeah, the board said it was 2nd and 2, but I think it was a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like from where the line, the ball marker was, it looked like 3 yards there. So they'll spot him back. We're going to call this 2nd and 8.
It's at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and they've got to get to the 35. So the same personnel in the game, same 5 across the front. Braden Williams in at the H-back position. Howell, fake handoff, now rolling left. Wants to throw the football, has an open receiver, caught. 38-yard line, that's Dejon Hall, breaks a tackle. 45, that's A.J. Brannon, to the midfield stripe, and down he goes. Move the chains. The Savages with the football at midfield, 1st and 10.
A beautiful strike off the play action by Howell to hit Brannon, and then Brannon pulled the ball in, ran enough to get the 1st down, then added with the, I don't know, he looked a little bit like Snooty Neal. They're just dragging a body with him downfield.
I thought 8 and 3 look a lot alike from that angle, but I thought it was Dejon at first.
They're both big, strong receivers that can run well after the catch.
1st and 10, Broken Bow, midfield stripe. Pistol formation, hard count. Everybody's safely back in position. Clock on the move, 2:14 left first period. Now Graydon with the football. Hand off to Snooty, tries to turn it outside. Trouble in the backfield. Now he accelerates to the 40. Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Stop the clock. 2:03 left first period. Move the chains. Snooty Neal exploded for a 1st down.
And again, just great field vision, and he does have that acceleration and that strength. I mean, he kind of turned that into a 10-yard gain by himself once he got outside, because he had some guys in his face near the line of scrimmage, and he just outran them.
They'll send the senior tailback Cole Patrick into the football game, give Snooty a breather for the first time on offense tonight. So Cole in the backfield, pistol formation, standing about 2 yards behind Graydon Howell. 4 receivers in formation, fake, rolling, fires the football out. It's caught at the 30-yard line. The catch is made by Kalel Flagg, the sophomore receiver. That'll give us about 6 yards, make it 7 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down and 3.
Howell throwing strikes. In fact, the only incompletion so far for Graydon Howell has been that first play that was in the arms in the end zone. So he is deadly accurate so far tonight.
Savages with Dejon Hall and A.J. Brannon wide to the left side of the offense here. That's the wide side of the field. Into the short boundary. In front of the Savage bench, that's Khalil Flagg, split wide right. Braden Williams, the H-back, is on that side as well. Patrick still in the game on the left hip of quarterback Graydon Howe. Now Braden Williams shifts to the left side. They'll reverse, fakes the shuffle pass, and now Graydon keeps the football. 25, 20, still breaking tackles. 15, 10, spins to the 5-yard line, pulling tacklers with him. Would-be tacklers, I should say, and he's still on his feet.
Wow.
And finally goes down inside the 2-yard line. The Savages will stop the clock. 42 seconds left first period. First and goal from about a foot away.
What a display of quickness and strength. The strength of Graydon Howe. He was carrying 5 guys at the end there. Looked like Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, I need to correct that language. I called them tacklers, but there weren't any tacklers.
Passengers.
Yeah. Yeah. Pistol formation. Snooty back in the game. We should see some power right here. Pushing forward. Snooty follows the blocking, but he did not get across the line. And they're going to stack him up. No gain on the play.
I'll hand it to Hilldale. They are a gang tackling team. You got guys coming up from outside jumping on that pile.
So why's the clock stopped?
There's a guy down.
They rewound it here. That should do it. First period should come to a close here. Savages get 2 touchdowns in the first 12 minutes of action. They lead 14-0 over the Hilldale Hornets here from Muskogee on a beautiful October night. Savage football returns right after these messages.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
And welcome back. Savages in a commanding lead right now, 14-0, as they have finished their offensive possessions with touchdowns and are hoping to do so again as they football marches from one end of the field all the way down to the other end, as the Savages are a little more than a yard away here. And it'll be second down and goal. Looks like Ada has jumped out quickly on top of the Stillwell Indians in Ada tonight. 22-0. They lead that one. They're still undefeated on the season, unbeaten in district play. Sallisaw also unbeaten in district play. They lead Glenpool 14-0. That's a first quarter score. Here's Graydon in the gun. They're going to keep it rolling left this time, and he'll step across the plane of the end zone and knocks down the safety. Woo! He trucked the safety on his way across the goal line there. Touchdown Broken Bow.
He plays with emotion. Man, that is, again, one of the things that has been on display has been the strength of Graydon Howe. It looked like a fullback running over that guy.
And sometimes you have to take into consideration the speed of the opponent, but we really look fast on this surface tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Gadiel Zaragoza in for the extra point attempt. He's been perfect over these last few weeks. This one is up, floating to the right, missed it. Wow, did I jinx him?
You did. The last thing I heard before that kick was he's been perfect thus far tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Don't talk about a no-hitter.
Yeah.
Let's stay right here.
Yeah, 20-0 Broken Bow, and a dominant performance. They set the tone. That first pass, although dropped in the end zone, was otherwise beautifully executed. And then they, even with penalties, marched down the field, put it in on a 40-yard drive, and then on defense, came across and intercepted the first pass of the game, or the first play of the game, created a turnover. And with Bladen Meddock picking it off, and it's just been all Broken Bow. Really a kickoff return, and then one big play.
Poto is in
across the middle were the only plays so far by Hilldale in this football game.
Poto is in Tulsa tonight playing McLean. I had trouble finding that score, but I just did. 15-0. The Pirates lead the Titans tonight in the first quarter.
So top teams in 4A shutting out the bottom four thus far.
And everybody with 2 touchdowns so far. Well, except Ada, they have 3.
So do we.
Oh, well, my bad. we did just score one.
You did blink.
Yeah, we
did blink.
We did just score one. There it goes. It tees it up, middle of the field, 40-yard line. High kick, floating, fair catch call for and made at the 26-yard line, and that's where the Hornets will get the possession. Savage defenders have stopped them on both of their offensive possessions so far. Looks like the same 4 up front: Jimmy Brown, Bentley Brown, Jackson Porter, and Cale Ginn across the front. Bladen Meddock, Cade Pratt, and it looks like Brian Clay getting the play on this defensive set here as he's in at the outside backer position. The safeties are still Cole Patrick and Sky Baker. The corners are B.B. Heath and Isaiah Field.
I might think they're going to air it out and try to hit number 7 downfield because he did get hands on it, even though he was well covered on that long play earlier.
Savages adjust to something here. Here's a handoff on really what amounts to a base play. It was it looked like some counter blocking up front, but they handed off the delay way deep in the backfield, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that tonight against us.
He tried to wade through a sea of white jerseys, and it's just not going to work.
Yeah, we plugged the middle up pretty good there. Porter and Brown both getting some licks in. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
That's the kind of, as a defensive coach, you'd love to see that. They can't establish the base play, so they're going to have to go to either throwing it or running outside.
Make no mistake, they're quite a bit bigger than we are up front, but we are winning at the line of scrimmage so far. And there we go again, beautiful play, Bentley Brown from the outside, and nobody blocked us off the edge, and he makes this tackle for loss.
That was 13. I don't think that was Brown.
Yeah, I thought 40 was the one. Let's watch can we see it on the? Oh, well.
No, that was 13.
It was?
That was Clay.
Okay.
Yeah, he came in there and just did. I mean, he came across, saw the play was going inside, and then just went straight into the ball carrier and dropped him for a loss. Beautiful read and nice finish.
Pistol formation. Now they're outside the chains here. 3rd down and 12. Savages showing good discipline. Straight drop, fires the football downfield. Tipped up incomplete as Patrick's on the defense. Safety coming in, and the edge rusher, Bentley Brown, dropping back. Savages had double coverage on the tight end that time.
Nice play, though, on that by Patrick. Going up, timing it right, going up after the ball, not waiting until the receiver went to get the catch. And as a result, it falls incomplete. And that's 3 plays for a net -2 yards for Hilldale. Great defensive stand by Broken Bow.
Let's see if number 4 goes back. He does. So Graydon Howell will be in punt return formation here. And you know that the Hilldale coaching staff has watched enough film that there's no chance this football is going to be kicked towards Graydon Howell.
Well, unless it comes off the foot wrong.
Yeah. Rugby style, and he's going to kick it into our sideline. Bounces out of bounds in Savage territory at the 48-yard line, and the Savages will be 52 yards away, but I knew there was no way, unless he just makes a mistake, there's no way they're kicking that down the field and letting number 4 touch it.
Nah, he's had punt returns for touchdowns against Idabel and Salisaw. So
1st and 10, Broken Bow. They've had 3 possessions. They've scored 3 touchdowns. Back out in front, the same 5 across the front. McDaniel in the middle. That's Shomo and Freeman at the guards. Hammonds and Curry at the tackles. A.J. Brannon, the tight end this time, in the tight set. Graydon looking downfield, 6-step drop here. Now he moves to the 45, looking for a block midfield, turns it up, 45, 40. Now still on the run, looking for another block, and steps out of bounds, just kind of like he casually strolls all the way down to the 26-yard line, make it 27-yard line in Hornet territory.
That was great downfield blocking once again. Snooty Neal, 40 yards downfield, throwing a block, and not clipping, not taking a chance on getting a holding penalty, just getting in the way of the defender and pushing him off the track. So Howell able to pick up, what was that, about 25 yards? Like we were
started at the 48.
48, yeah.
Graydon in the pistol this time. Clock stops on the out of bounds with 10:15 left first half. Handoff, Neal getting a chance to run to the right side this time. He's going to have to do it himself as he's got nowhere to go and too many red shirts in front of him. He's going to lose yardage here. Loss of about a yard, it looks like. Let's see where they spot him. Now they're going to give him progress back to the original line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. 2nd and 10, Broken Bow.
That was a good reaction by Hilldale as they had their defensive backs coming in. Once they saw Well, you read the lineman, and once it's a run, they are coming to the outside to help on that corner and keep Neal from breaking one tackle and getting outside.
Same offensive set. Ball on the right hash this time. Hard count, and the Savages will get 5 more. As once again, the defensive tackle for the Hilldale Hornets has jumped off across the plane, and that's a 5-yard penalty.
That's the third time of that. Savage, great discipline by offensive line and the offense in general. But yeah, they just keep doing that, throwing wrenches in. They get a good play, and now they lose 5 yards, and they're any momentum they had from that play is gone.
Yeah, happy to see that, and the Savages holding tight there, getting the penalty. Graydon will roll this left this time, looking downfield. Now he's got to move. Still looking for a receiver. Nobody open. He tries to reverse. Now he'll throw it away. Out of bounds, about 7 or 8 yards safely out of bounds. Graydon made a good decision that time. You saw him turn, look back in the other direction. He saw a defender cutting him off in that way and decided to get rid of the football.
Listen, and this is, again, I'll hand it to Hilldale about scouting Broken Bow, as instead of coming on a line toward Hal, the back pressure, they had one guy beside him, but the other one was 5 yards back behind him to make sure he didn't loop back around and get past him.
You can hear him in practice all week this week saying, contain, contain, contain.
yeah, like this guy will go backwards on you.
Yeah, you don't know where he's going to go. Take your best player and try to emulate what you can, and you still can't match what Graydon does on the field, so it's hard to practice for.
That's a good point. I bet Brady Scott was playing scout offense.
I bet he was too, yeah. 9:18 left first half. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 3rd down and 5. Football at the 22-yard line in Hornet territory. Pistol formation. Graydon will hand the football. Cole Patrick has the 1st and 10 as he crosses the 20 down to the 18-yard line. As the Savages, once again, Chris, just kind of some base blocking up front. You think he's short?
Yeah, it looks like it where they're marking it. It looks like it's going to be 4th and just a foot or so.
Yeah, they did not give him progress to the 18, did they?
I mean, they did.
He's across the 18.
On the tackle, they carried him about 2 yards backwards, and so.
Well, my problem is the line to gain is the 17, so the scoreboard is wrong. And I can't see. They're 3 yards from the yard marker. I can't tell where it's at. Here's a handoff to Neal on 4th and inches, and he's going to get the 1st down. And 15 more. To the 10. Knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Snooty will stop the clock with 8:32 left first period. The Savages will have a 1st and goal at the Hilldale. Well, they spotted him out at the 6.
That was just, again, Snooty stretching it out, getting to the corner, using his strength to break one tackle, and then just kind of outrunning a couple of defenders to the side. There was no hesitation from the coaching staff about going for it on that 4th and short.
No, not at all. 1st and goal now, 6-yard line. Savages with Pratt and Brannon both on the left side of scrimmage here. One in the tight, one in the H. They'll go that direction. They'll pull across, and there goes Snooty to the goal line. He's across the goal line. That's another Savage touchdown as the Savages bring both of those blockers, the tight end and the H-back, through the middle of the offense. And they just open a hole and seal the edges of it, and Snooty just walked right through the middle of them to the goal line.
It's just power football. They just have the numbers, and they have superior blocking. And so, as you mentioned, Hilldale is bigger on that defensive line, but we are blowing them out. We're blowing them away out there.
8:27 left first half. 26-0 Broken Bow with an extra point on the way. The snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up.
That one split the
And a new streak has begun. Gadiel Zaragoza with another extra point. 27-0 Savages. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with more Savage football right after this.
Being from a family of faith, I think that gave me the encouragement to chase those dreams. It's not just football, right? It's so much bigger than that. Just trying to lead by example and be a good steward of what God has given me.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
And here we are with a 4-touchdown advantage for the Broken Bow Savages. Still 8:27 left in the first half here. So Broken Bow keeping pace with the Ada Cougars. They're out in front of Stillwell 28-0 as well.
That's a second rushing touchdown by Neal. Graydon Howell also has 2, so it's all the scoring plays have been on the ground tonight.
We will see the aforementioned Ada Cougars next week in Memorial Stadium. Should be a great football game and a showdown for Broken Bow, provided how this one so far is going. We'll have Still have work to do tonight, but we're well ahead, 27-0 right now. Zaragoza kicks it high. Fair catch call for, and the Hilldale Hornets will have the football at about the 37 or 38-yard line.
Yeah, I think they may mark it down at the 35. He was going back. Let's see where that side judge looks like he's at the 35. He was coming back toward, it looked like.
Well, they did.
35, yeah.
They put it at 35, okay. 1st and 10 for Hilldale, 35-yard line. They have not been able to generate much offense at all tonight. They did have one pretty good pass play on their second possession of the night, but they have not been able to generate anything and have not posed a legitimate threat so far. But Savage defenders need to keep doing what they've been doing. They've got the same 11 on the field except for Braden Williams in there instead of Brian Clay at one of the outside backers here.
Yeah, and again, watch number 7, Brady Scott, last time they ran 2 receivers off and had him come underneath him on about a 10-yard in route.
He is in this trip set to the wide side here. Fake handoff. Nope, they did hand it. Across the 35-yard line, up near the 37, a gain of about 2 there as they try the left side of their offense, the right side of our defense. And our defenders held Jimmy Brown getting up off the bottom of the pile. Jackson Porter in there as well. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and that's what you want from the defensive line, and that the whole force unit is, limit them to no gain or a gain of 1 or 2. They can't do that 4 times and convert, and so get them into a passing situation.
They'll send trips again out to this wide side on the right side of the offense. Same play, handoff, breaks a tackle this time, 40, 45, off to the races. Savage territory, can Heath catch him?
Dive.
I'm not sure he can. 10-yard line, and there he goes into the end zone. Touchdown Hornets. That is a long touchdown run, Chris. 60, how many yards there? 60,
I think that's
63 yards, yeah.
Yeah, 62, 63.
So the Savages give up. Again, that's just base blocking. They hand the same play that they ran the time before that went for 2 yards. This time goes for 63. And the Hornets are on the scoreboard, 27-6. And just as I say, we still have work to do. Now we have even that much more work to do because the margin has gotten just a little closer here.
And that was just a failure to contain, the outside contain, as he just went up the sideline and just outran the Savage secondary.
Well, as fast as we looked on offense, we didn't look that fast that time as he just kind of pulled away from us on his way to the end zone. A nice run, a big score by the Hilldale Hornets, and they have a little bit of momentum, a little air back in their balloon. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
And welcome back to Hilldale. And if there's been any scouting done here, you could see an onside kick. There it is. Now this time they hit it prior to 10 yards. That's a penalty. Come on, guys. Get the flag. He hit the football at the 48-yard line. We'll take it right there. But we should have an option as well because he hit the ball before it went 10 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if at this juncture up by 20 points, I don't think the Savages are going to argue that too aggressively.
Yeah, we want the football at the 48, though.
For the ball at 10 yards on the kick team.
Yeah.
Replace the spot of the touch. First down.
There we go. 48-yard line. The Savages once again outstanding field position, starting yet another offensive possession in Hilldale territory. This time from the 48-yard line.
Yeah, hey, I really like these refs being mic'd up so we can hear their call.
I love it too, especially since they don't turn towards us when they signal. Pistol formation, Graydon in front of Snooty. And they're going to give Neal the run. Across midfield, 45-yard line, pushing the pile. Gets close to the 41-yard line. I think they'll give him progress almost to the 40. That's a big run, about 8 yards on first down. Going to leave second a long 2. Maybe we'll call it, no, they're going to spot him at the 41. 2nd and 3.
And again, that was just excellent blocking at the line of scrimmage and then again at downfield. I think it was that was Porter. Who was that? One of the linemen was about 10 yards downfield, still pushing his defensive lineman backwards.
They'll go shotgun formation this time. Graydon dropping back, looking for Dejon Hall. Double move. Now they'll fire the football to the corner. Dejon goes up. Great defensive play, picked it off.
I thought he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds, yeah.
That was great coverage.
It was, and he turned around and went up after the football.
Yeah, hats off to that defender as he really made a good play that time. I thought he picked the football off, but I guess it hit.
It was a catch, but it was not inbound. So, yeah.
Clock stops on the incompletion, 6:47 left. Yeah, I see it on the replay now. He did go out of bounds. Third down, and 3 yards now. Savages picked up that 7 on the running play to begin the series, and now the incompletion makes it third down.
In case you guys are looking for the replay, we're talking about the delay between the live action and the actual broadcast.
No.
On the scoreboard. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do get to. Yeah, when we get a new scoreboard, we'll have that same thing. Here's Graydon scrambling around in the backfield. Now he'll reverse field. Got some pressure on him. Good blocking as McDaniel gets back. Graydon turns the corner, 45, 40. He has first down yardage, 30, 25, and then drops his shoulder as he goes out of bounds and gets another Savage 1st and 10. Graydon ran 55 yards at least before he ever crossed the line of scrimmage.
And he had 3 guys. One of them had a hold of his jersey that he managed to pull away from, elude, avoid the sack, and then come down all the way across the field, past the sticks, reset them. First down, Broken Bow.
Hey, we want one of those digital down markers.
I like those. They're easy to see.
Yeah, and he's got a little button on there, and he just punches in it and changes to the right number. Uh-oh, that's us jumping off sides there. Savages with a hard count, and half of our offensive line jumped across the line of scrimmage. We'll lose 5 from 1st and 10 back to 1st and 15. 6:32 left second quarter.
I'm not sure that might have been a center error because not only were 2 of our offensive line, I think Snooty started forward too. I think that count, either they misunderstood the count or the ball just wasn't snapped.
So the Savages are going to take a timeout here. They'll take their first charged timeout of the evening. They'll face a 1st and 15 when play resumes. 6:32 left, first half, 27-7. The Savages lead the Hornets. We'll take a short timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Big thank you to Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm Insurance. Jennifer is always there, supporting our school in more ways than you can imagine, but certainly is a wonderful media partner with us, helping us to bring these telecasts to you absolutely free, and also all the news and information that you get from our social media feeds. Those are all made possible by these media partners. You see their ads running during this broadcast, and I do hope you'll take note and make sure that you patronize those businesses. Tell them while you're there how much you appreciate them supporting Broken Bow Public Schools. Thanks to all of you as well for coming out this Tuesday, helping us to pass this bond proposal. We'll talk a little more about what that means at halftime here. Here's Graydon with the football, flips it out, and once again is a drop. Braden Williams loses the handle on the football. I'm not sure if he was kind of turning, looking upfield there, Chris, before he actually secured things.
Yeah, I think, and Hal is 6 for 9 tonight, but 2 of those incompletions have been in the hands of receivers, have been dropped. The other one was that great defensive play by the defensive back from Hilldale. But
he had one he threw away over here on this side.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So the Savages on the left hash this time, facing 2nd and 15. Graydon rolling now. He'll throw that little shuffle back into Cade Pratt. Across to the 25, breaks a tackle, 20, 15, spin move to the 10, pushing people to the 5, inside the 5, down at the 1-yard line. Cade Pratt with a big block on the outside. I didn't catch who that was that helped spring him, and then he broke a tackle of his own. The next thing you know, the Savages are knocking on the door, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
And all the action was going to the far side, and then it was just an inside pitch, which counts. That pitch counts as a pass. It's a forward pass, and so officially that's a pass, right?
Is it?
No, it's behind the line of scrimmage.
It has to be in front of the line of scrimmage, yeah.
A great run anyway by Pratt as he got all the way down to within 6 feet.
I think that counts as a run, actually. I think that's Cade Pratt gets a rush there for that yardage. I'm not the official scorer, though, so don't count that. Here's a penalty as somebody got started early. Will we go half the distance or will we come back 5 yards?
Yeah, the referee's pointing toward the end zone, but
I think the side judge pointed at Hilldale, so I didn't see anything. It had to be them. They had to be lined up.
It's illegal procedure. They would have let the play continue had that been the case.
Oh, that's true. So we're going to lose 5. Boy, that's where the
offense, 5-yard penalty.
First
down.
False start on the offense. Those penalties right there are the most critical penalties that you get when you're inches away from the goal line and you have to get all the 5. There's no half the distance. We take the full penalty.
Yeah. 5 yards was the difference between Pratt getting into the end zone and winding up on the 2 on that run.
That's a very good point.
Well, it is
here we go.
Still first down.
Yeah, first and goal from the 7-yard line, empty backfield. Graydon stands alone at his own 14. Reverse handoff, fake. Graydon will keep it straight ahead. One man to beat, and now he's in the end zone. Another Savage touchdown.
Man, he made that look easy, and they did go a little bit on the play action, but Hal went in there basically untouched. There's a huge hole in the middle opened up by that O-line.
5:39 left first half, 33-7. The Savages lead the Hornets as we have answered a long touchdown run that the Hornets had on their last possession, and now the Savages move it downfield themselves and answer that score. Zaragoza on for the extra point attempt. Snap and hold are both good. The kick is good as well, and the Savages lead 34-7. Let's take a commercial timeout, talk to another media sponsor, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging it up, and went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City, and the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
And such an inspiring story, talking about James Winchester and all these years that he's been in the NFL. Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, another of our media partners, and how much do they do for our community? Just more than you can see, honestly. They do so many things that just go unseen, but help our community to grow and really just, always, the Choctaw Nation always looking for ways to help. So proud to have them as our partner. Savages teeing it up to kick it away. The Hornets back deep at about the 12-yard line, but so far tonight, Zaragoza has kicked it only about to the 35, and this one will be the same as it bounces. Loose ball on the ground, but the Hornets will cover it up at the 33-yard line and take over another offensive possession there. They've got 5:39 left to work with here in the first half, but they trail 34-7.
Yeah, I might, you'd think they may come and air it out, but that 63-yard scoring play was just a run outside, and I think they might try that again. I would. That's the one thing that's really worked tonight for them.
Let's see who the personnel are on the field. Here's Bentley Brown, Jimmy Brown, both the Browns still up front, along with Jackson Porter and Cale Ginn. Brian Clay at the outside backer, Cade Pratt in the middle, Bladen Maddock the other backer. Patrick and Sky Baker, those are the safeties, and Heath and Fields are the cornerbacks. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Misdirection play, now they'll throw it outside. Back has it at the 30, trying to make a move. Savages corral him, that's Brady Scott. And Cole Patrick and Isaiah Fields will drive him out of bounds. Brady Scott getting a little attention from the defensive backs there, and I don't think he liked what was said to him.
No, and that was a play, it looked like it might have been a little pushing out of, but once he was out of bounds, he got pushed back. But that play it's a well-designed play. I like it from their perspective. It is designed to make it look like it's a play action, then Scott's a lead blocker, and then he releases outside in the flat, and they want to get him the ball in space.
He's a terrific football player, but they were in street clothes when we first got here this evening. And when I saw him, I was like, nah, that can't be him, but it is. Fake handoff, they'll throw it outside, tipped it looked like at the line of scrimmage. They tried to get Scott had two blockers in front of him, but looked like somebody diverted that pass or maybe hit the quarterback's arm.
I think that might have been a heavy dose. I think that was Brown. That was Jimmy Brown was in there.
We didn't get a replay. They just stayed on the live camera there, so I can't see it.
Well, they're not. Yeah, they're not going to.
We're going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 here, as the Hornets have the football at the 34-yard line. They've not had a lot of success tonight, really on offense in general, other than one big play. But 3rd and 9 has not been in their favor at all. Now they'll go with a motion from left to right. Dropping back, trying to set up the screen pass. The Savages defend it well, and the quarterback will have to throw the football away. Savages will force another 4th down and long here in a punting situation for the Hornets.
That was a beautiful play by the Savage linebacking core. It looked like Clay, Bentley Brown, and who's that? Williams also, all 3 in there putting pressure on the quarterback.
Graydon Howell drops.
Meddock in there as well.
Graydon Howell drops back in punt return formation here, but once again, as we said on the previous punt, I don't think there's any chance whatsoever of this football getting anywhere near number 4. He'll kick it as far as he can and out of bounds.
Maybe 1 in a million.
High snap. And hits the kick away. A high kick is going to go into the bleacher. No, almost hit the cheerleaders.
It actually was deflected down here on the sideline by.
If you weren't convinced before, are you convinced now that this kid has been told do not kick the ball in the field of play?
Yeah, that was to the Broken Bow Flag Corps.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was going to come into the bleachers. 5:12 left first half, 34-7. The Savages with the lead and the football at the 42-yard line in Hornet territory. Savage offense back on the field.
Just to mention, Graydon Howell has now officially gone over 5,000 career yards, passing and rushing combined and receiving combined.
In a season and a half.
Yeah.
But not a little more than that.
Season and.
Well, we hope it's a half season. I mean, we'd
like to go 14
we'd love
games.
To go 14 games, yeah. Here we go. 4 receivers in formation. Graydon looking for one of them. That's Dejan. Fires it out. Incomplete. Looked like the receiver must have went in the wrong direction, or one of them didn't understand the route. I'll put it that way. Graydon threw the ball outside, and Dejan turned inside. Incomplete.
That was a miscommunication. That was obviously a miscommunication, and not a bad pass.
5:08 left first half. Clock stops on the incompletion. 2nd down and 10. 4 receivers to the wide side this time. Braden Williams, the H-back, is split out there with them. Graydon looking that way. Steps back, fires the football. Kalel Flag goes up and gets it at the 32-yard line. That should be very, very close. It depends on the spot. They're going to give him that progress to the 31, move the chains. That's another Savage 1st and 10 with 5:02 left here in the first half.
Great adjustment. Flag went up and got the football. That's what you're trained to do. Make sure you make the catch and then come back down with it to get the first down. Nice touch on the football by Howell.
Savages will bring Isaiah Fields wide left this time. Dejan in the slot. A.J. Brandon and the H-back Williams both to the left side of the offense this time. No, Brandon's on the right side. I'm sorry. Rolling left. Graydon wants to throw the football. Fires it outside. It was caught but out of bounds, I think.
That was Hall right there on the sideline. Just couldn't get.
Yeah, they made a good effort to catch. Well, he did catch the football.
Yeah.
He just was out of bounds when he did. That'll stop the clock with 4:24 left, first half.
Well, he had his foot. His foot was the back half of his foot was in bounds, but his toes were out of bounds on that. It looked like. Good protection for Howell on that play, though.
Clock stops with 4:24 left here. Graydon hands it to Neal in the backfield across the 30-yard line. And he's rolled up at about the 29.
Man, he got stood up by number 19, and that guy is he's a load himself.
Gain of about 2 on that play. 3rd down and 8 now.
3rd and 8 for the Savages.
Savages.
So this is a play that could be very dangerous here for the Hornets, as the Savages in this situation are 2-down territory. So they've got an opportunity here if they want to try to do some little trickery
with Howell. Yeah,
they still have a 4th down to work with. So Graydon wants to throw the football. Straight drop, sets up the screen in the middle. They've got it. Neal to the 30, 25, 20-yard line. Knocks a man over to the 15. Man, they are trucking some people tonight.
That was just a deadly blow delivered by Neal at the end of that. Lowered his shoulder right into the would-be tackler and
move the chains. The Savages with another 1st and 10 on absolutely just a bulldozer run off of the screen pass to Snooty Neal.
That was, if you will, snoot force.
I will, thanks.
1st and 10.
A.J. Brandon, tight left this time. Now they'll flip Pratt to that side as well. Power to the left side of the offense. Neal's on that side as well. Graydon will follow. Shuffle fake. Breaks a tackle. 15-10 up the sideline. Another Savage touchdown. Another touchdown for Graydon Howe. The Savages jump out 40-7 with 3:31 left here in the first half.
13-yard run, and he did pull away. He broke a tackle, pulled away. Somebody had a hold of his jersey, and they just couldn't hold on to him.
Savages broke a career scoring record. The most points in school history last week in Stillwell, 70. And they are over halfway there with 3:31 left here in the first half.
That's one way to look at it, man. Just great production by this Broken Bow offense.
For those of you that watched last week, you know there was some debate with us as to whether or not we had scored that many before, and he missed another extra point there. That's twice he's missed wide right tonight. 3:31 left here in the first half. Let's just stay right here, Chris. We've rolled through the rotation. Let's talk quickly, though, about downtown Broken Bow and what's going on downtown. They have joined us as a media partner as well, and I tell you, they've got some wonderful things going on, including what they will do after next week's game with Ada, which will be the close-off part of downtown. The merchants will be open. Should be a really good time. We're so proud of the revitalization that's going on in downtown Broken Bow, and again, happy to have that Merchants Association joining us as media partners this year.
And they're also having like a safe and sane Halloween in a couple of weeks down there as well.
Yeah, wonderful.
And again, just a beautiful place to go. There are tourists all over downtown Broken Bow. Now, people coming up to see the Leaves are stopping in Broken Bow and going downtown and then staying there for hours.
Anyway, what I was saying, though, is those of you that were with us at the broadcast from Stillwell last week, we had some debate near the end of the live stream whether or not that was a school scoring record or not, and it was. Actually, the old scoring record, they broke by 8 points, so it was quite a performance. High kickoff, Zaragoza, and a fair catch call for and made at about the 30-yard line. So the Hornets will have 70 yards to work to traverse, 3:30 to work with, and a full complement of timeouts.
Yeah, they have. This is do or die time. I mean, they're already down by 33 points against an unstoppable offense. I mean, Broken Bow has yet to punt in this football game, and so it's going to be the offense of the Hornets that are going to have to try to keep them in here. And they kind of 3:30 the way that they've been running it, though, throwing the ball. They have plenty of time, especially with those 3 timeouts.
Trips to the wide side this time. Handoff inside, straight ahead, bottled up. Still pushing the pile, however. Nice strong run in the middle that time. Give him 4. Make it 3. 2nd down and 7.
Maybe just to kind of keep you honest play, keep you from doing stunts, and, you can't just drop the backers back in coverage. But,
agreed, yeah. And, now you stretch the field maybe on 2nd and 8.
The play action does work following a run like that.
Yeah, this will be the opportunity for that, and that's what he's going to do. He's actually going to set up the screen. Caught back into the middle, 40-yard line, 45, on the run, across midfield, 45, and finally tackled at the 40-yard line. That looked like Scott. Yeah, it was. Brady Scott. By the way he runs, you can tell when Brady Scott has the football, and he is dangerous. He moved the football that time almost entirely on his own, all the way down to the 40-yard line in Savage territory. 1st and 10 Hornets. Clock moving, 2:44 left first half. Pistol formation, handoff, left side. Jimmy Brown is there along with
Maddock. And Maddock, hey, hand it to Maddock. Maddock stood up the blocker, pushed him back into the play, and then managed to assist and make part of that tackle.
Good defensive stop that time on 1st down. The Savages, a tackle for loss. Credit Bladen Maddock with that TFL, and it'll be a 2nd and 11 here.
And this is where it's a good thing for the Hornets. They have 3 timeouts because they're already down to almost just a little over 2 minutes.
They've got Scott split wide left this time. Isaiah Fields in coverage on him. He's looking that way. Wants to throw the football. Now he comes back across the middle. The ball looked like it bounced. It did not. They said it's complete. They're going to give him the completion at the 34-yard line. Still short of the first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, I think that did bounce, but he had a hand. It bounced off his hand. I mean, good catch. Get your hands down between the ball and the surface. They're going up-tempo.
Here we go.
They tried to get Broken Bow to jump off sides on a hard count. Savages don't bite.
Why is the clock not running? He caught the ball in the middle of the field. Why is the clock not running? Still not running. Now it is. Rolling to his right. Throwing the football down. He's got a receiver standing at the 5-yard line. He makes the catch, and he's down at the 1-yard line. And once again, our Savage cornerback gets beat on the play.
Man, that's something you can't, at this you cannot do. You got to know they're going to be going taking shots at the end zone. So good pass, good catch by Hilldale. Brokenbow just a little bit out of position and allowed him to make the catch. But now it's going to be a test. What do you do here, though, Skip? Because Savages have the ability. I mean, it's not going to be power football, I don't think. They're not going to line up and try to just run over the Savages. I think we have too much strength for them to do that. They may try a play action and try to get it outside.
So the Savage defense giving up big yardage there, and the Hornets with the football, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line, and
Well, I said that, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll push right into the end zone there. Touchdown Hornets.
And here's so the good news is the Hornets have scored their 2nd touchdown if you're a Hornet fan. The bad news is that a minute 19 is plenty of time for Broken Bow to put another TD on the board.
Well, you just have to have, it gives me a bit of concern watching us give up these big offensive plays. I like when we play good defense, but I especially like it when we keep people in front of us. So we have to make some adjustments. 1:19 left in the half. The kick is up and good. 40-14 is our score.
1:19 left in the second. Savages 40, your Hornets 14.
You want to take a timeout?
Yeah, let's go to a quick break and then be back with the last 1:19.
Yeah, let's do.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
And here we are back with the kickoff. Another onside kick attempt. This one's going to bounce and be fielded. Looks like Pratt covered it. And the Savages will take over. They have 1:16 left here in the first half, 55 yards away. And I think the Savage offense is going to try to stretch things out here, Chris.
Oh, of course. I think that they're going to be throwing downfield or maybe take a chance, split receivers out, run off the coverage where you can't just leave a guy alone. You have to run some defensive backs off and give Graydon Howell a chance to get out in space and maybe turn it up and take off running.
So the Savages with the football, 45-yard line. McDaniel, Shomo, Freeman, Curry, and Hammonds, along with Braden Williams, the H-back. A.J. Brannon and Dejon Hall wide left this time. Khalil Flagg split right. Snooty Neal in the backfield alongside the quarterback. G4 rolling left. Looking downfield, wants to throw it. Got some pressure from behind. Stell has trouble. Now he'll turn it up and gets knocked out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. No gain. That'll stop the clock with $1:08 left here first half. Savages will have 2nd down. He did get a short gain, actually. They're going to spot him inside the 45 to the 46-yard line. A gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
That was kind of the play I expected, but it was well defended. And once again, the backside pursuit got back behind, downfield, toward their goal line from Howell.
They'll move the H-back out into the slot this time, but Neal's going to take the handoff instead. Back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. A nice play that time as they brought the safety up to make the stop on Snooty Neal. No gain on the play. In fact, a half-yard loss. 3rd down and a long 9. Clock moves. 49 seconds left here in the half. Savages with 26 on the play clock. They'll look to the sideline. So I think they're probably will take one shot here. And this may – the fact that they ran the ball on 2nd down with that with only a minute left in this half makes me think they'll run it again.
Yeah.
Right here.
And they have 2 timeouts left. They're not trying to call them. So
No, he's going to throw it. Rolling to his right, looking downfield. Now he's got pressure. Spin move. Puts a hand on the ground, picks up and fires the football out. Dejan can't handle it as it goes into the grass, or the artificial grass, at about the 44-yard line, and it'll reset 4th down and 9.
Hilldale's got a man down, number 58 down the field, and he was injured. Probably some kind of leg injury, so we're going to take a timeout here.
Okay.
But he was injured trying to pursue Graydon Howell, and Graydon just did that quick cut, made him miss, and trying to stop himself and trying to keep up with Howell, he hurt himself. So take a quick break and then be back with the last 20 seconds of this first half.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Well, we talk about all these sponsors and these partners and how much they do for our community, and McCurtain County National Bank right there at the top of the list. So much good stuff. I mean, really, if you just look at all the things they contribute to and all the events and activities that they participate with and sponsor, McCurtain County National Bank, just a staple of our community. And once again, please, folks, let these guys know how much you appreciate these free telecasts that we're able to bring you here on the Broken Bow Savage YouTube channel. In punt formation, the first time tonight, A.J. Brannon. Rugby style, he'll get the kick away. A high kick, turns over a little bit, bounces at the 30, inside Hilldale territory. Why would you pick that up?
I don't know. Let it keep bouncing in the clock.
If it's rolling in the southerly direction, you just let it keep rolling.
Yeah, there's 13 seconds left. They could have ran another 3 off the off the clock.
13 left before halftime, and the Savage defenders will try to stop things here. You know what?
They're going to throw it. That was a 40-yard pass.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're down 40-14, and you've had 2 big successful plays. I think you just see what comes of it.
Hilldale still has all 3 of their timeouts left. I mean, they don't have time to run that many plays, I don't think. But
also a valid point, though. Broken Bow is going to take a timeout. Yeah, let's talk about them. Come on. So we've got some banner sponsors that help us bring football telecasts to you as well. That's our – where'd they go? Oh, there they are. IC Fitness, established in 2023.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. I didn't know that she'd had that gym that long. 2000 – I thought they were newer than that, honestly. But that's you know where that's at, right?
Yeah, it's right there by the Pratt Veterinary Clinic going south towards Idabel.
Yeah.
Just past Craig Road on the west side of it.
Right. And that's another opportunity for you, folks. If you're looking to get in shape, there's not a better way to do it, honestly, than to get with a bunch of motivated people in a good and clean environment, safe environment. And I think IC Fitness is a great choice for you. So if you're looking for a home gym, not a home gym, but if you're looking for a gym to call home, let's talk to IC Fitness.
IC Fitness in your future.
There you go. That's good, Chris. Crystal Forest Wedding and Event Venue. Same story there. That's the place. I see them. 13 seconds left. We'll talk about these guys in a moment. Here, let's go back to the action. Savages rushing quick. Tipped in the air and incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 10 seconds left. Go back to Crystal Forest venue there. Crystal Forest, and Chris, we talk about this, but that's an event venue, a great place to host a wedding, family reunion, really any kind of event. But they have lodging on site there. I mean, you can actually stay in the event venue. I know you hosted an event, not a happy occasion, but
yeah,
you hosted an event there once as well.
Yeah.
Here we go with second down, looking to throw the football, fires it out, incomplete as he throws in between the streaking Brady Scott and his other receiver who had turned on an in route at about the 12-yard or 15-yard mark, and he missed both of them.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I don't know if they want to throw it up again because now Graydon Howell is back there playing center field, and he can take the ball. If he gets his hands on it, he can take it all the way to the house and get a pick 6.
It was Arklahoma there, if you don't mind. Arklahoma Pools and Spas. and Outdoor Designs. That's our other banner ad. Give them a call. If you're looking for a new pool or new spa, or you're looking for somebody that can maintain the one you have now, it's Arklahoma. That's your choice. Should be the final play of the first half. Rolling right now.
I think he's past the line.
30, 35, and out of bounds he goes. The clock expires, and the first half is in the books. The Savages put 40 on the scoreboard. They give up 14 to the Hornets. They go into the halftime locker room with a 26-point advantage in this important district game. We've got some things to talk about here at halftime, but we're going to take quite an extensive time out here as we have a 20-minute break. We'll come back with a bit of a halftime show, not much of one, but with 5 minutes or so before.
Not an extensive one, but a very precise and cleverly worded one.
That's right. Very accurate.
I shouldn't have promised not deliver.
Don't make an implied promise. A very entertaining 5 minutes it will be.
All right.
I've got some business to take care of in the meanwhile, so we'll be back in a moment, folks. Stay with us. This is Savage Football on the Broken Bow Savage YouTube channel.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Being from a family of faith, I think that gave me the encouragement to chase those dreams. It's not just football, right? It's so much bigger than that. Just trying to lead by example and be a good steward of what God has given me.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow. Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging it up, and went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City, and the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting, I never settled on play. Putting the kettle to flame. I go 100 all day. Foot on the pedal, no brakes. 10, 9, on my dues, waited in line. 8, 7. Now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5. King of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my shot clock goes tick-tock. Haters wish that I slip. No, I don't miss. MJ all hits. Watch me pop off, I'm the king now. Moonwalk to the ring now. Keep on wondering how. Let that choir sing now. 10, 9. Paid all my dues, waited in line. 8, 7. Now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5. King of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my time. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting, I never settle, don't play. Putting the kettle to flame. I go 100 all day. Foot on the pedal, no brakes. 10, 9, paid all my dues, waited in line. 8, 7, now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5, king of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my shot clock goes tick-tock. Haters wish that I slip. No, I don't miss. MJ all hits. Watch me pop off, I'm the king now. Moonwalk to the ring now. Keep on wondering how. Let that choir sing now. 10, 9, paid all my dues, waited in line. 8, 7, now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5, king of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my time.
And welcome back to Muskogee, Oklahoma. You know, Chris, I've heard lots of things about this town through my lifetime. They don't burn their draft cards. I mean, they seem like decent people, honestly.
Yeah, I've heard those things too.
Yeah.
Usually to a score.
Although I don't know with these medicinal laws these days if that still holds true or not.
Yeah.
Proud to be an Okie in Muskogee tonight, and proud to be a Savage every night. 40-14 is our halftime score. Broken Bow leads Hilldale, and we have about 4 minutes left here in the halftime. Hilldale's band, as always, putting together an excellent performance tonight, and they had some little dancers as well. But speaking of excellent performances so far this year, our middle linebacker has really put on a show. He is really something special to watch.
That is through those stats you see, that's not up to date for the first half. That's through 6 games, but 92 tackles. I mean, that's a good season for most people. That's a really good season. 51 solo tackles. That's a good career for most linebackers.
18 TFLs is what impresses me. I mean, it's hard enough to tackle somebody. It's even that much harder to tackle them behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this is, Cade Pratt. He chased a ball carrier down and tackled him out of bounds 30 yards downfield over here from the backside, too. So he does not give up on the play. That's just one of the things. And really, the only game he has not had a tackle for loss in was Sallisaw. You know, and they beat it. They figured out that portion of it. I mean, they beat us on some big plays, too, that he wasn't involved in. But just a tremendous.
But you're right. They neutralized him in the middle. They did a good job. They had a excellent game plan up front. Still, Sallisaw did.
Yeah.
6'4", 225. I mean, he's everything you look for.
And
has great speed, great strength, and
I like what's written out beside that 6'4", 225.
Right.
Yes.
And he's going to, you know what? He's got a classmate there in Graydon Howell who's getting looks from all over the United States. Every D1 school is seeing highlights.
Penn State, the latest ones to offer, latest Power 5 school to offer him. So
you know that if they see a Graydon Howell tape, they're going to see number 0 on there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the thing is, Graydon's not sending a lot of defensive highlights in, but Cade's making a name for himself, and he is doing it with really a high level of performance. As Chris said, 92 tackles, 18 of them tackles for loss. Just a tremendous season for the middle linebacker, number 0, Cade Pratt. Well, the Savages have yet to emerge from the halftime locker room. Still got a minute 45 left on the halftime clock, and they'll give them 3 to warm up. So we're at least 4 minutes away still. Let's talk about this bond, Chris. We had a huge election on Tuesday, and a big turnout. Almost twice the number of voters came out for this bond election as did the previous bond election in 2023. We had 398 voters, or 391 voters. I'm sorry. Don't quote me on that.
On the past one,
slightly less than 400.
Between 390 and 400.
We had 724 voters come out on Tuesday. 76% of those, 3 out of every 4 voter, said yes to building a new elementary school, to renovating and saving our historic Memorial Stadium. And we are so thankful for it. I know that all of the administration, all of the faculty and staff, so thankful for the turnout and support, and really excited about what the future holds. For those of you that had reservations about it, I understand. I don't have children in the district. I didn't have a vote. I have commercial property in Ho Chi Town. It's a big tax bill. But you have to understand that if we're going to recruit talent to help keep tourism and other industry going, we have to have affordable quality housing. We have to have quality education, good school systems. And the only way we do that is to invest in ourselves. And I think we took a big step forward on Tuesday by voting yes for that bond proposal. My hat's off to all of the Savage Nation, all of you inside the district that cast your vote. Thank you so much for exercising your voice. And for those of you that voted no, thank you so much for coming out and being a part of how we govern ourselves. It's always appreciated. Here you see some mock-ups and renderings from our architects. That's what the new elementary school will look like, or thereabouts.
And by definition, if you own property and were able to vote in that election, you own property that is in the Broken Bow School District, and you go look at some real estate ads for residential property, and it will say things like Jinx Schools, Union Schools and stuff. I'd add Broken Bow Schools as a selling point already, but in the future, once we get this built and up, it will continue the excellence that is the Broken Bow Public School System.
Well, and it adds so many efficiencies. It takes away this whole transportation problem that we have with our elementary campuses.
The bottleneck, yeah.
Takes an old school building that was built in the late 1950s out of action. It helps us with our traffic issues that we have. So just lots of different reasons to want to get started building a new elementary school. But I'm not going to lie. I'm excited to see the renovation to our stadium. That's really – I'm so thankful that we were able to save that stadium. It would have been really – I think it would have been a terrible situation to have had to doze that stadium down and try to build a new one. Even if we built it on the same property, it just wouldn't be the same. So.
No, you've got to keep that. That's part of that. That's the beating heart of the Savage football team. I mean,
and being able to keep those, the rock in place is going to be just exciting. I can't wait to see the construction get started on that, and very excited about the outcome. So thankful for the outcome. Thank you all, Savages, for staying Savage. Appreciate it.
Always Savage. Once a Savage, always a Savage.
There you go.
Yeah.
We've still got a little bit of time here to kill, about 90 seconds or so, as the Savages are getting loose and stretching out. Saw some folks getting retaped behind the bleachers here earlier, so I think we will see the first team unit at least to begin this quarter. We may not see much of them, but if they go down the field, of course, we're on defense first.
Yeah, we kicked off, so we'll be on defense. And obviously, again, back in the first half, it was again, part of the Graydon House show. Graydon House scored. All scoring runs were runs. That's right. All scoring plays were runs. We scored on all scoring runs.
All of his scoring runs were touchdowns.
Were touchdowns. Yeah, exactly. No two. Well, it could be a two-point conversion for that.
Okay, all right. That's
but when I said all the scoring runs were runs,
he could have run out of the back of the end zone for a safety.
That was from the Chandler Department of Redundancy Department.
If we're going to cover all the bases.
Yeah. But he scored on runs of 14, 13, 7, and 1 yards, and then Snooty Neal added a 6-yard TD run and a 1-yard TD run. So getting it done on the ground, and keep in mind that still a lot of passing, accurate passing in that first half. Couple of drop balls, and then
it would have the first score would have been a touchdown pass.
It would have been.
Would have hung on to the
right off the bat, but he can. The young man can do it all. No, we talk about it every week, but it's worth talking about what a leader he is, and you can't say enough good things about him as a player or a person. And so Graydon Howell, leader of this football team, and the leader as far as recruiting in the class of 2027 among Oklahoma quarterbacks.
So we'll see the Savage kickoff unit to open this second half. We've got 24 minutes of football left. The Savages have a 26-point lead, 40-14. And Chris, I mean, it's more the same if you're the Savages on offense, but if you're the Savage defenders, you probably had a little bit of counseling going on at halftime here, particularly in the fact that we gave up
63-yard play. Yeah,
we gave up a big rushing play just because we didn't tackle well. We gave up a big pass play because we were just a bit lackadaisical.
That term comes to mind.
Yeah, we've heard the coach or two mention that in the past.
Lackadaisical.
I had a coach spit that word at me one time.
Yeah, spit a lot of things.
Yeah, that and some bodily fluid.
Yeah. We may be talking about the same coach.
I suspect we probably are. High kickoff going the way down and fielded on the move at the 25, 30. Out of bounds now at the 32-yard line as the Savages wrap him up and stop his progress. Savage defenders will take the field. I see Tyjon Murphy getting his first action tonight. He'll hit the field in place of Jimmy Brown.
That was, among others, that was Berto on the tackle.
All right, then. So we've got Jackson Porter and Bentley Brown. Uh-oh, what's going on here? We're bringing everybody back. Oh, we've got an injury.
On the far sideline? Yeah, they've got a man down on the sideline. So
is that the kick returner?
Yeah, I think it is. He's right on the sideline.
I saw them twist him backwards. They had him stood up, and then number 25, I believe it was, that twisted him over.
Boy, he is hobbled, but he is walking off to get treatment on that sideline over there. But
let's reset this then. Bentley Brown and Cale Ginn on the edges. Tyjon Murphy and Jackson Porter in the middle. Middle linebacker we talked about at halftime, Cade Pratt. He's out there, number 0. Bladen Meddock, Braden Williams. Those are the outside backers. B.B. Heath and Isaiah Fields are the cornerbacks. Cole Patrick and Sky Baker are the safeties. Pistol formation, trip set, right side of offense. Fake handoff. Keeper by the quarterback, and he's just going to squirt down. And now Porter comes in on top of him, and that's going to be a piling on.
Yeah, that was just not smart.
Personal foul against Broken Bow will move the football 15 yards, and the Hornets will get an automatic first down out of this.
Again, you don't expect a quarterback to slide down in that position. That might have just been a smart move. Porter coming in, closing in on about to tackle. I mean, he slid. Now he, once he starts the slide, you have to lay off of him. He kind of slid into Porter, but
I think Porter, if Porter would have tried to jump over him, he may not have gotten flagged, but he did kind of roll him up there. So the Hornets have it first and 10, 49-yard line, still in Hornet territory. They come out with twins to both sides of the offense here, and one back in the backfield behind the quarterback. Here's Brady Scott in motion. The Savage, Braden Williams, jumps way off sides, and we'll give them 5 more. They have snapped the football one time, and they've gained 20 yards, all of it via penalty.
Yeah, they have.
Here they are now in Savage territory and have not had to gain 1 yard of it themselves. We've got to do better, fellas. Pistol formation, 4 receivers in formation as well. Quarterback drops back, throws the football out.
Oh, that was intercepted, I believe.
I'm not sure either one of them caught it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's an incomplete pass, hit the turf. That'll stop the clock with 11:28 left, third quarter. And it'll be a 2nd down and 5.
That was a nice break on the ball by Clay. Had his hands under there, but I guess, maybe it was not jarred loose by the intended receiver right there at the end and hit the ground.
46-yard line, 2nd down and 5. So the Hornets, they huddle. You haven't seen Broken Bow huddle up on offense at all tonight, but here the Hornets are calling the play and breaking out this time with 2 backs in the backfield. And now Scott in motion. Handoff, counter, Savages wrap him up. Pratt has him down at the line of scrimmage, a gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, and it's third down. And they'll need a long 3 yards here.
Heavy contact by Cade Pratt. You just can't get loose. He does a great job of delivering a blow and then wrapping his arms around you. You know, it's just that's why he's such a sure tackler. Isaiah Fields also in on the tackle, helping out.
Savages will bring Heath off and Graydon Howell on defensively here, and Graydon will go man up on the outside corner. He'll cover the split back. They'll bring Cole Patrick up and put him on Scott. Handoff, trying the right side. Savages will wrap and bring him down, and it's going to be 4th and about 2 here as the Savage defenders, Jackson Porter, Cade Pratt, getting in there, Chris, and getting the shoulder on him.
Great finish, and hand it to Bentley Brown. He got in there and he swept the leg, did not knock the ball carrier down, but kind of knocked a little bit off balance and allowed the rest of his teammates to get there. That was just an excellent defensive play by Broken Bow, but they are in 4-down territory here.
Under center, straight ahead, looking to the line to gain. I believe he's got it. And he has it easily as the second effort gets him across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Stop the clock with 10:15 left, third period. Move the chains. The Hornets have a new set of downs.
Yeah, Hornets putting together, with the aid of some of those penalties, but again, there's mistakes by the Savages, but able to put together a drive and get inside the Savage 40-yard line right at the start of this second half.
So the Savages will bring Graydon Howell over, put him head up on Brady Scott in the short boundary. They're going to run the football inside. There's a lot going on that play. Not much, action in the middle there. About a 3-yard gain on first down, but there was a lot of contact.
There was, but you do not like to see number 0, Cade Pratt, holding his left hand there. I think he got a finger or something crushed on that tackle.
Second down and 7. Pistol formation. Hard count. Savages hold. Wants to throw the football. Flips it out. The Savage defenders are there. Nice coverage that time by Sky Baker as he comes in and closes hard, knocks the football away. It's incomplete. That's going to leave third down. I'm going to call it 7.
Immaculate timing by Baker as he collided with the ball with the intended receiver just as the ball got there and managed to knock it loose. Man, what a big difference it makes having number 7 back there in the defensive backfield.
Knows the football, touching the 35-yard line in Savage territory. The Hornets with a third down. They need 7 yards here. 9:25 left, third period. The Savage defenders, same 11 on the field with Howell at one of the cornerback positions. Howell and Baker come over for coverage now. They're going to try to set up the middle screen. The pass is high and incomplete. And now the Hornets have 4th and 7.
And that play, had it even been caught, I don't think it would have succeeded as it was just a yard or two past the line of scrimmage and we were all over it. So they're going to have a little bit deeper play than that middle screen if they want to get this first down. I don't expect them to try to throw it downfield, but with Graydon Howell over here in the corner, it takes it away. He's a shutdown corner for sure.
They're using 7 as a decoy right now. That's all he's doing. And they've tried to come back in the middle with that screen pass, and they've not been able to complete it. So they're struggling with this particular offensive set. Pistol formation, now a whistle and a timeout, and Hilldale will take their first timeout of the night. 40-14 our score, 9:21 left here in the third period. Hilldale faces 4th and 7 when play resumes. This is Savage football.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Well, Chris, this is a great opportunity for the Savage defenders here to step up, turn the ball over on downs here by making a stop on 4th and 7, because there's no other choice for Hilldale. Where the football is at the 35-yard line, there's no possibility for them other than to try to get the first down.
Yeah, we saw. I mean, that would be a 52-yard field goal attempt, and and that's probably not going to work. Plus, it doesn't matter. 3 points does not help them at this juncture. Broken Bow's scoring at will. They want to put touchdowns on the board. They've watched film. We've seen a couple of flea flicker work for touchdown against Broken Bow this season. They may have something drawn up, some kind of trick play.
So the Savages will put Howell on Scott, wide to the right side. Actually, they're going to move him out on the wide receiver, and they've got Cole Patrick head up with Brady Scott. Here's motion from right to left. Handoff on the jet sweep. Looks like he wants to throw the double pass. Fires it out. Bounces it off the turf. Incomplete. The Savages.
No, he caught it.
Oh, he did not? No, he didn't. Come on now.
He did. He pulled it up off the turf. But that was Scott on the completion.
Are you kidding me? That looked like that bounced off the grass.
I think he actually caught it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The referee does too, and that's all that matters. But I could swear that I was looking right at the ball, and I thought it bounced. I thought it changed directions, which meant it hit the ground.
Well, he had his hands under it. It was a basket catch underneath the ball.
Okay. Well, it bounced up off his hands. High snap. Quarterback will keep it, and Bentley Brown will bring him down in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 3 back to the 30-yard line. Second down. We'll call it 12.
Bentley Brown is built a little like a bowling ball. He picked up a spare on that play as he knocked threw the quarterback down into the back behind him and knocked them both to the ground. 2 for 1 for Brown.
2 for 1. Clock moves with 8:35 left, third period. The Hornets, man, they're taking their time. They're down by 26 points, so you'd think they would want to move a little quicker, but
not much of a sense of urgency.
No. Not much. They'll send trip receivers to the right side of scrimmage here. Ball will be snapped from the middle of the field. Savages look like the backers are coming. Here's the play clock actually expired. Delay a game. So a 2nd and 12 turns into a 2nd and 17.
And they tried a hard count against Broken Bow. It did not work, and so they got a little behind in time.
So they
not enough attention to the play clock.
I mean, they stayed in the huddle. And the play clock was down under 10 by the time they broke out. So I don't know why they're taking so long, but it looks like they just don't look like they have much energy about them.
That's true. And they've got, one of the things about, you talk about Brady Scott being in the guy that you want to get the ball in his hands. I haven't seen him really try a wildcat or to get the ball to him behind the quarterback or behind the line. They've got him out in the corner.
Hey, Mr. Scott, what you going to do? Here's that fake. They'll fire the ball. There's Scott coming across the middle. Makes the catch. Gets back up to the 30-yard line. He's still outside the chains, however. And it'll be 3rd and a long 13 yards.
Another heads-up defensive play by guess who? Number 7, Sky Baker, 7-on-7 as he collided once Scott pulled in the ball. He immediately had Baker throwing him to the turf.
That's a guy playing with a lot of emotion tonight.
First time out in 4 weeks, or 5. Actually.
Yeah, he was played in game. He played in week 1. This is week 7. Here's pistol formation. Rolling left, looking downfield. Receivers in pattern here, and they'll chase the quarterback out and get him out of bounds. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, or he's just short of it, and it will be 4th and long. 4th and about 14, it looks like. And football at the 32-yard line.
You see Brady Scott walking back toward the line of scrimmage, and you see number 4, Graydon Howell, walking with him. Howell was in coverage, and that's why they didn't throw it downfield, as he was step for step back over in that far corner with the intended receiver.
4th and 14, 7:25 left, third period. 2 backs in the backfield here. See what they dial up on 4th down. That's a screen. Well, now the quarterback has to try to save his life. Hey, that's got to be grounding as well, as he's in the pocket there. There it is. There comes the penalty. So
loss of downs.
Well, the Savages turned it over, but they'll get the penalty yardage on top of that. So they turned it over on downs because he was clearly in trouble, in distress.
Yeah, well, they sent Bentley Brown straight back at him, and along with it looked like Jackson Porter broke through that line too.
Well, they were trying to set up the middle screen, it looked like, and the Savages just jailbreak straight ahead. So they'll mark that penalty, and the Savages will take over.
Ball did not cross the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
It's lost down, 5 yards from the spot. Broken Bow's ball.
So being explained by the referee here, a 5-yard penalty, Broken Bow's football. They'll mark off the 5, and it will be first down and 10.
I know I've mentioned it, but it's second half. Man, I like having that ref mic'd up.
Yeah,
it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, he explained everything right there. The ball didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage, so it's automatically a grounding penalty. Then they got it right. these guys have done a good job. I mean, compared to what we've seen in weeks gone by, and I don't want to relive any of that, but this is a really good crew. Here's Snooty with a handoff, bounces off his own man, and then goes down behind the line of scrimmage. That's a tackle for loss. Credit Josh McDaniel on the
with Josh, ricochet.
Josh McDaniel now has 1 TFL.
Snooty literally ricocheted off McDaniel, and it looked like he was trying to change his momentum, but he was off balance when he did it, so he fell.
Yeah. Savages with twins to the wide side this time. Graydon looking that direction, rolling that way as well. Now he'll throw it back to Snooty. Got to outrun one lineman and does to the 40, to the 35, and now he'll go out of bounds. Penalty marker comes in. Well behind the play, and we've got a
hit. I think
it's a downfield block. They threw They threw it at 71. One of our tackles.
Oh, that'd be
Aiden Hammonds.
Yeah.
So I think it's a spot foul. We're going to lose 10. That's still going to be a first down, isn't it? No, it's not. It's going to be inside the chains slightly.
It'll be at about. It'll make it about.
It'll go back to the 40.
Second 4, something like that. Second 3.
No, I think it's going to be more like 2nd and 1.
Well, the line of game was the 41.
It'd be 3rd and 1 because Snooty lost the yard on first down.
Oh, that's right.
Third. Well, we'd replay the down, though.
Right.
Yeah.
On the offense, 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's not the end of the run. It's from the spot of the foul. But that's okay. Where are they going to spot it?
44.
42.
Oh, no, now he's now he's
second.
Now you're right.
Yeah, so it's 2nd and a yard. I had it right, but you made me question myself.
Trust your feelings.
Hal and Neal look to the sideline here, as did the rest of the offense. Savage is still not in a no-huddle situation. 6:43 left, 3rd period. Clock stops. Hand off to Neal. Tries the left side. Will push it forward and gets across the line to gain and then some. And the Savages will reset the downs here. A new first down for them with 6:36 left to play on the game clock.
That was a nice initial surge by the offensive line. There's no contact on Snooty until he was well past the line to gain. He added about another 4 yards after that, churning through that defensive front.
I think if the Savage first-teamers can finish this drive, they will this will probably be the end of the night for them. I mean, that might not be for the linemen. They may leave the linemen out.
Well, and they want to work again. They probably want to work on Skelton's passing game with this line.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Get him back there, get him some reps throwing the ball against a fairly good secondary.
And there's a chance that they may just pull Graydon out and put Blake in with the first team. They would be nice to give him one series at least with the varsity.
Well, they're.
What are we looking at here?
I don't know, but the play clock isn't running, and so they're.
Well, that's where Maverick went down to reset the play clock, but then now there's a conversation about where it should be, I think.
And we have timeout charged to Broken Bow. Timeout Broken Bow.
Huh. They charged Broken Bow with a timeout.
They challenged something, or no, they took a timeout, I guess.
Yeah, they gave.
Okay.
Something was going on. The play clock was at 12, and I saw Maverick run down the sideline and gesture to the side judge. But now they've charged Broken Bow with a timeout. But I don't think it matters. 1st and 10. Football is at the 37-yard line in Hornet territory.
Yeah, and they, I don't know what's going on, but it's a 26-point lead for Broken Bow, and they have steadily, keep in mind, they've steadily moved the ball, and it's really been that they had that throwback to Neal. Then they had a run ahead by Neal. They really haven't been relying on downfield passing by Hal or Hal's legs to get yardage. It's been kind of the Snooty Neal show thus far in the second half.
Yes, it has. The Savages have kept it on the ground. But I'm not sure that's the case right now.
Well, with those split receivers out there, I think you may be right.
I'm looking at them coming off the field out of the huddle here thinking.
I'm looking at number 3 over here on the near sideline.
I believe Graydon's going to throw the football. Yes, he is. Looking for number 3 indeed, and he's got it. 30-yard line, still moving. 25-yard line, stiff arm. 22, still on his feet. Cross the 20 and out of bounds goes Dejan Hall.
And that should be, that should be an unnecessary roughness outside, out of bounds.
He's playing with some fire in his belly right there.
Yeah.
Dejan moves it all the way down, a red zone possession.
Keep in mind, he is just a sophomore. You're talking about looking at Pratt when you're looking at the highlight. This guy is a D1 caliber player.
No, that's one you'll see. Graydon's highlights are a lot of them are Dejan's highlight as well. First down and 10. Football to 20-yard line. 5:57 third period. Clock on the move, and so are the Savages. They'll go with, looks like 7 across the front here. Neal will follow the blocking right side across the 20. Spins to the 17, and then he's wrapped up at the 17-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 3, second down and 7.
And another side effect, or maybe the intended effect of the Savages keeping it on the ground like this, is that clock is running. We are almost at the 5-minute mark of this third period.
5-minute mark of the third period, and after having 54 points in the first half, we haven't had any so far in this period. Graydon, fake handoff, rolling left. Penalty marker comes in. He's got A.J. Brannon at the 6-yard line, and Brannon goes down to the 1. But there is a blocking foul in the backfield, and the Savages will have to come back and reset here.
Yeah, that's almost always holding. And
so the ball was at the 17-yard line, I believe. So they'll march it back to the 27, and we'll replay second down.
Yeah, but let's talk about what a good pass that was to A.J., though, because he was pretty well covered, and that ball was just right there in his hands in between the numbers. Well, but he's number 8, so it was basically in the top hole of that 8.
Yeah.
There's not numbers to put it. There's only one number on his jersey, and he hit it right in the top part of it.
Here we go. Second down, and spot the football at the 28-yard line.
The clock's still running on that, by the way.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, but that's okay. Here's Graydon in the pistol. He wants to throw the football. He's got some pressure. Fires the football out, and it's off the hands of the intended receiver, Sky Baker, and falls incomplete. The Savages will be outside the chains here with a long third down attempt.
That'll stop the clock. And again, third and long like this, what you see often is they will give Graydon Howell the opportunity to roll out the side, and if he sees some green, he can run it to get the first down or throw if there's a receiver open.
Yeah, but he needs 18 here, so I'm going to think he's going to look for a receiver pretty hard. But not to say he couldn't gain 18 on the ground, but I think he probably wants to throw the football here. 4 receivers in formation, straight drop. Graydon wants to throw the ball middle screen. He's got a lot of green in front of him. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Neal into the end zone. That's a Savage touchdown.
And that was just so well executed. It looked so easy. That's 27 yards. And, again, perfectly executed, looked off the fence. There's nobody around Snooty. I mean, that was great blocking and just lack of defensive recognition that he's going to get a screen and run in the end zone.
Well, I mean, we alluded to it on their last offensive possession, but the Hornets have checked out. They are done. Yeah. So I think the Savages now could probably just get some live action practice with their, by substituting some key players. I like the idea of letting Blake take the next offensive possession with the rest of the varsity.
Oh, I do too. And keep in mind, man, he's got a cannon for an arm. He can throw it 60, 70 yards downfield.
I would love to see, because Skelton and Hall are in the same grade. So I would love to see that connection again with Blake throwing to Dejan.
Yeah, and he's got some other receivers.
Penalty on the point after attempt moves it back 5 yards, and it'll be a little longer kick here for Yadiel Zaragoza. Cale Ginn to snap, Blake Skelton to hold. Football will be essentially a 25-yard field goal. Tee down, and the whistle blows. The kick is dead center. The whistle
they just blew it dead after it was kicked. Yeah.
Savages lead this 47-14. 4:35 left third period. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
Being from a family of faith, I think that gave me the encouragement to chase those dreams. It's not just football, right? It's so much bigger than that. Just trying to lead by example and be a good steward of what God has given me.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
And we are back. Savages on another scoring possession, the first scoring of the second half. as they get on the board again. 47-14 our score now. Hats off to Savage Cheer, the dance team, color guard, the band, everybody's here tonight. Everybody made the trip. Band last weekend performing at the Bandmasters Association. They are back in the house tonight. They didn't march at halftime, but they have been entertaining us throughout. Here's Zaragoza's kickoff, another high floater, fair catch, made at the 37 or 38-yard line, depending on where they spot it there. He was kind of standing in between them. And the Hornets will take over another offensive possession here. They have 4:34 left, third period. They have 2 timeouts left on the board.
The kickoff return has become a thing of the past tonight at this stadium. You just haven't seen any.
No, it really has. And you know what was funny? I was watching him kicking off, and when they let him just like
kick it toward the end zone.
Oh yeah, he can kick the ball a long way. So I mean, clearly we want that high kickoff to be fielded somewhere around the 30-yard line, and he does a good job with that. Just a freshman. Pistol formation for the Hornets. Trips to the right side of scrimmage. They'll go the opposite way. Quarterback keeper. He gets across the line of scrimmage at the 35, up near the 37, maybe even the 38-yard line. Gain of about.
Porter and Bentley Brown in there making initial contact.
So they spotted at the 38. I guess the possession started at the 37 rather than the 36. Second down and 9. Wow.
And again, they're in no hurry to get out of that huddle. Oh, was that our cheerleader?
It was, yeah.
Or was that Simone Biles?
Yeah. It was a great tumble. Here we go. Savage defenders stacking it up front. Look like we've got 7 coming hard. And they are not. Pratt backs off. Football fired outside, and everybody's in coverage. They're still trying to find a way to get the ball to Brady Scott, but Cole Patrick, Sky Baker, Graydon Howe, they're not having any of it.
This is a well-coached defense, Skip. They know where the ball's going. They are in position, and they're denying Hilldale the ability to get the ball into their best player's hands in space. It's just a good job of shutting him out.
Savages bring number 11, Javion Heath, off the field and put number 4, Graydon Howe, in at cornerback. So Isaiah Fields and Graydon Howell at the corners. Cole Patrick, Sky Baker are the safeties here. 3 linebackers still in the game. Braden Williams in there at that other outside backer. And it's Tyjon Murphy at the tackle. Big rush. Whistle stops play here. And but the Hornets have taken a timeout. So they saw something the Savages were threatening and didn't like it. They'll use a timeout. We'll take one as well. 3:41 left, third period. 3rd down and 9 for the Hornets when play resumes. This is Savage football. We'll be right back. Well, it has been absolutely a gorgeous night for football. I understand we've got some weather coming our way in a couple of days, but for tonight, we're not going to worry about it because this is just a gorgeous October evening, Chris.
It really is, and I'd look forward to having a little weather, and not necessarily severe weather, but getting cooler, getting that football weather in as we get into October. Leaves changing kind of time.
Went out for a bike ride this morning. I noticed the wind. I had a little more headwind than normal, so we do have a front coming our way, I think. 47-14 is our score. The Hornets faced with a 3rd down and 9 here.
It looks like they may direct snap it to Scott back there. He's discussing something with the quarterback.
Quarterback rolling left, trying to throw the football downfield. Savages have it well defended. 4 white jerseys within 5 yards of the intended receiver there.
They didn't fool anybody with that play action, and that was a good job. Isaiah Fields going over there and going up with a hand to bat at the ball. I don't know if he made contact with it, but
there's a penalty
Oh, over here on this far near side.
It's against Hilldale. The Savages, an eligible player downfield.
Decline.
Savages will decline it and force a 4th and 9.
Normally it would be a punting situation, but maybe not in this game.
Yeah, boy, I would.
Well, they've been net punting about 10 yards, because keep in mind, they're just kicking it straight out of bounds.
Still, though, they're walking in and out of the huddle. They're done.
Well, keep in mind, their quarterback is their punter, so that gives you a little bit of option. But our quarterback is our returner.
That's true.
He's one of the best in the state, if not the best in the state.
Graydon directing traffic out here. He's hoping that they'll kick the football to him, but I'm betting against it.
He's double dog daring him.
Here's a snap, a high floater.
Oh,
he's going to kick it to him. No, he didn't. It's bounced in bounds, though, and then he gets a decent bounce out of it to the 38-yard line. That's where the Broken Bow offense takes over. We'll see who's in the game, but it looks like Blake Skelton coming to talk to his head coach here.
Yeah, I'd be.
Yeah, it looks like the varsity minus G4. So there, I think we're going to see Skelton in there with the rest of the offense. Although Graydon's in the middle of that huddle, so we'll see which one of them breaks out here. No, Blake's coming to the sideline. Graydon's going to get another series here.
And you got Pratt in there with that's kind of a power package. You got Pratt and AJ on the side.
On the same side of the offense.
Yeah.
Pistol formation with Neal behind Howell. Savages will probably be happy to keep it on the ground and let the clock run. Snooty finding some room across the 40 up near the 44-yard line. Side judge has him marked in between the 43 and 44, so that's going to be a gain of at least 5 yards. Second and a long 4.
Yeah, keep in mind, we are still at over 3 minutes left in the third quarter here.
Right. And my dinner's getting cold. You get this thing going, y'all. Clock on the move. 2:52 left, third period. Cade Pratt will flip and come back over with that strong set to the left side of scrimmage. Neal going to try that side. Got some blocking up front to midfield, into Hornet territory, and then tumbles down at the 46-yard line. Stop the clock with 2:40 left and move the chains. The Savages with a new set of downs in Hornet territory.
Man, he is just such a strong runner. Well, elsewhere in the district, it was a 7-point game at half, but now Sallisaw up by 35-7 over Glenpool.
Yeah, that was I wasn't sure that score was right, to be honest. I was a little bit skeptical of it. Poto has jumped out further in front of McLean as well. Hard count by Howell does not draw the offsides, and so they'll look to the sideline for a play change here. Graydon drops back into pistol on 1st and 10. Neal will take the handoff across the 45. Good blocking on the right side over there as Neal goes forward for about 5 on 1st down. It'll leave, let's give him 4. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Neal just churning it out and keeps the clock moving, keeps the chains moving, and keeps the ball in Broken Bow's hands.
There's honestly not a competitive game in Class 4A this week.
Yeah, I saw the Elgin and Tuttle
I'm
games.
sorry, Cash 14, Bridge Creek 7. That's,
okay.
That's a good one. At the bottom of that district, but still, that's a decent game. Graydon in the pistol. Patrick in the backfield. Fake handoff. Fires it outside. A.J. has it. 1st down yardage. Spin move. Still on his feet. 30. Inside the 30-yard line. Down at about the 26. Stop the clock with 1:28 left. Third period. Move to chains. A.J. Brannon from Graydon Howell. 1st down Savages.
Another accurate pass and another great run after the catch by A.J. Broke a couple of tackles and went forward. And finished it nice. Got an extra 3 at the end there, churning his legs, falling forward toward the goal line.
Brandon comes off, and Heath goes on. Double tight, left. Patrick is the tailback. Now they'll flip the strong to the right side of the scrimmage. Savage is heavy to the wide side, and they'll run that way. Patrick breaks through the line of scrimmage and goes down inside the 25, close to the 21-yard line. I think they're going to spot him about the 22.
Yeah, it's marked down at the 22.
Yeah. So a 22-yard line. He gets 4 on that one. 2nd down and 6.
You're going to see possibly another heavy dose of
they got
snoot force.
Yeah, Snooty back in the backfield there. Cole Patrick with the carry on the last play, and now Neal back Howell hands it off. Neal follows the blocking, now jumps left, still fighting, strong running, inside the red zone, down to the 18-yard line. He's going to be about a yard short, it looks like. 3rd down and 1.
Number 19, their middle linebacker, made contact and was knocked down. Snooty grabbed his jersey at about the middle of the field and was dragged to this side of the hash mark.
So they'll spot him back at the 18-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2 when play resumes, but that's going to be a minute, and it's going to be on the other end of the field. As the 3rd period expires, the Savages get 7 in the period, now lead it 47-14. You're watching Broken Bow Savage football on the Savage YouTube channel. We'll be back right after this.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Well, it looks like all 4 of the top half of the District 4A4 will win tonight. All of them have safe leads right now late in their football games. So that will set up a very important football game next week. 12 minutes left in this one, so I've just still got to get things done. We'll talk more about that Ada matchup. Here's Snooty Neal. Deep handoff, and he's going to get past the line of scrimmage. He's got 1st down yardage inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll set the Savages up with 1st and 10 as we get underway here in the 4th period. Yeah, Ada coming to town next week, Chris, so they were unbeaten on the season. They have had some impressive wins. I mean, they really have dominated the teams that they have played. So the Savages are going to have their hands full. It's at home at Memorial Stadium next Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. Hope you can join us either in person or right here on YouTube. Savages with a 1st and 10. They'll send Heath in motion. Jet sweep, handoff to Heath. Tries to turn the corner and does. 14, 10, and down he goes, tumbling it around the 9-yard line. As Javion Heath gets good yardage on the jet sweep. 11:16 left, clock on the move.
That's a good gain. 1st down, you get 6-7 yards. Gives you a 2nd and basically short.
Yeah.
Stays in bounds, too. Keeps the clock running.
I mean, the way this is set up with the chains that far from the line, I can look at where the side judge is, and they've got it spotted at the 8-yard line.
I've been looking at the shadows cast by those poles. Yeah. That's how I tell.
Here's pistol formation. Neal takes the handoff, follows blockers to the 5, inside the 5. He's got 1st down yardage inside the 3-yard line, and the Savages will have a 1st and goal with 10:41 left here in the football game. 47 already on the board, looking for 7 more as the offense is on the move.
Man, I think that was – I couldn't tell if that was Shomo. Somebody just pancaked a defensive lineman. I mean, literally laid them back on their back. I think it might have been Joe. Could have been Curry. One of the guards, I believe.
You know, we started playing Hilldale in district somewhere in the 16, 17 years ago. They had moved up from 3A. And there's a handoff to Neal. He's going to be stopped for no gain in the backfield. They moved up from 3A, and they've been very competitive all along. We've had some great matchups with them. I remember them coming to town and beating us in a homecoming game one year when we were favored to win. So they're a scrappy unit, a scrappy football team, great little community. But this is one of those rare occasions where we have just dominated them. They've not had an answer defensively for the things that Maverick Lang is dialing up on offense, and the Savages looking to put more points on the board here with a 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
That's a power package. Again, look at all that beef over there on the far side.
Maddock, Brannon, and Pratt. Neal will follow them. And he's got to make his move of his own, but he's going to get into the end zone anyway. And the Savages have another touchdown. Snooty Neal has another individual score. Is that his third of the night?
That's his fourth. He caught the pass from Howell, too. So he has 3 rushing touchdowns and a reception.
9:26 left in the football game, 53-14. And Zaragoza on to try to add point number 54 here.
Man. Once again, they've hung a half 100 plus.
And everybody got a sticker on their helmet for breaking the school scoring record last week. So I'm sure they're hungry for another one. Well, not sure they're going to let them stay in the game, though. Here's the extra point. Looks like that one's straight through the uprights. And the Savages have point number 54 now. 54-14, a 40-point advantage for the Broken Bow Savages. Whistles. Not sure what those whistles were about. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff in just a moment.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
Well, there was a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty assessed on the Hilldale Hornets following the extra point. So the Savages will get 15. That'll move it into Hornet territory to the 45-yard line. I mean, you really got nothing to lose, Chris, by just kicking the ball hard on the ground right here and having your guys go down and scramble for it, right? So I don't.
It's good. It's good practice for your, that when you talk about the game situation, it's a game.
I mean, we don't do this often, so I would like to see us kind of give that a go. We don't have any, like I said, we don't have anything to lose.
I think they may give him the green light to kick it through the back of the end zone.
Yeah,
try to see if he can kick it between the uprights.
Well, he's backing up a little further than he normally does.
I think he's going to try to kick it between the uprights, and he has the ability to.
Yeah, he kicked it well into the back of the end zone. Touchback. So the Hornets will take over with 9:26 left in the football game. They trail by 40 points here. And the Savage defenders, we got some new numbers hitting the field. Trey Williams, Jason Sossaman. Number 9, that's Jacabrian Giddens. Who else is going in? Mason Mays, number 24. Javion
Pearson's over there on the far side end.
Keeley Pearson is the other edge rusher. So we've got 2 new edge rushers. We've got Murphy and Trey Williams in the middle. Who's the new inside backer? Is that Giddens?
Giddens.
Yeah. So Isaiah Fields still in the game. He's the cornerback that will cover Brady Scott here on the short side of scrimmage. Now motion. And they'll hand it off. The Hornets will try the middle of the field against this second defensive unit, and the Savages will do a good job containing and wrapping him up. Short gain, maybe 3 yards.
Initial contact by Giddens, hard contact by Giddens, and a nice assist by Trey Williams in there.
2nd down and 7. Giddens is a good-looking player. I mean, I thought so last year. He's got lots of athleticism.
Big, strong, and fast is a good combination.
It is. Get your nose in there and, make some contact, and you can get a lot of playing time on this team. We're getting a little equipment adjustment here as Bentley Brown will flip. Oh, Bentley's in the game at linebacker now. So he started at edge rusher, and now he's playing outside backer. Boy, the Hornets want to air it out. Well overthrown. Who is number 19?
That was pretty good coverage, actually, on Scott back there.
Who is number 19?
Oh, who is it? Where you got the roster right here?
Well, help me out then. I can't see that. Where do you think I am?
Throw some light on the subject, but he was running step for step with that's Stouter Brown.
Oh, another Brown. Oh, we got
our freshman listed as a freshman.
Our 3rd Brown of the night in the defensive lineup.
But he was running step for step with Scott on that play.
A long incompletion stops the clock with 8:35 left. Play clock is down to 5 on 3rd and 7. Play clock is down to 1. Play clock will not expire because the Hornets will use their final timeout. Timeout Hilldale, 3rd and 7. You want to take a timeout?
Yeah.
Let's take a timeout of our own. This is Savage Football. We'll be right back.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging it up. And went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City. And the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
And we're back. Still a lot of football to play. 8 minutes, 35 seconds left in the ball game. The Savages lead this 54-14. They scored 70 at Stillwell last week. They've scored 54 tonight through 3.5 periods. 124 points in 7.5 periods of football.
Man, that is a productive offense. If you look at the history of these offenses that have played under Maverick Lang, at Meeker, there's a continuing, it builds on itself first, second, and third year, and he's showing that here in the first and second. The difference is astounding.
Here we go, 3rd and 7. The Hornets want to throw the football now. O'Keefe turns the corner, first down yardage, cross the 30, cross the 40-yard line, and out of bounds at about the 41, it looked like. Side judge was not in position. They're going to say he went out at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Skylar Marshall giving the pursuit over there. And Marshall went out of bounds and then slid. That feels a little bit slick if you hit it just right, so slid about 10 yards after he went out of bounds.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Guinea wants to throw the football, fires it inside here for the
That's a holding. Receiver. That's got to be a holding penalty.
No flag on the play.
Blake Skelton was getting mugged by number 71, had a hold of his jersey, and it was a bad non-call because it was right at the point. It was right at the point of contact where the play went.
Football at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Hornets in Savage territory. Clock moving with 8:10 left in the ball game. Wants to throw the football again. Firing down right sideline.
He's out of bounds.
But was he in bounds?
They're going to give him that. But his back foot was in bounds, but his front foot was down out of bounds when he touched the ball.
Look here, the Savage is going to put the first team defense back in.
Yeah.
Timeout Broken Bow, and here come the varsity defenders.
I think that may be a function of you got the non-call on the holding penalty.
Yeah.
And then you get a call where it's like they called him in bounds when now I can be wrong, about that. But I'm pretty sure that he was out of bounds with his front foot when he caught. And I think it looked pretty obvious. Again, I'm looking at it through binoculars from, 150 yards away.
Well, I mean, it's there are some unwritten rules, aren't there, among coaches?
Yeah.
That when the team that's dominating the scoreboard calls off the dogs, the underdog does so as well, and that didn't happen here. We pulled out our varsity.
And they started throwing it long.
Right, and they started trying to take advantage of that. So here comes the varsity defense back on the field. A 2nd down and 2. Firing down right sideline.
That kid's out of bounds.
Yeah, he was.
Looking at the replay, but yeah, well.
That play-by-play guy's pretty good, though.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Knows what's going on. Sounds like he maybe used to play football.
Poorly, but yes. Rolling right this time, looking for the receiver. He's got him.
Oh, he's got
caught at the 15-yard line. He's surrounded, but he gets inside the 10 nonetheless.
That's number
11, yeah.
That was I'm not sure if that was a intended coverage. It was
penalty.
Jackson Porter on the tackle.
Penalty marker coming in, and sportsmanlike conduct being called against Broken Bow. And I'm not sure what was going on. I didn't see a scuffle necessarily, but
that might have been a verbal comment or something that drew that penalty.
It's going to be a half the distance penalty, so they get big yardage. And now they'll get a half the distance penalty that'll move it inside the 5-yard line. And I'm not sure who the penalty was on, but it was on Graydon.
I wouldn't think so, but Howell is over there at the far corner.
They're talking to 53.
That's going to begin.
Yeah, the coaches are talking. They pulled him out of the game, and they're talking to him. So I'm not sure what it was, but it's a reset here with 1st and goal for the Hornets, and they're going to go with 3 backs in the backfield. Misdirection play, and he's got a problem.
And that problem's name is Tyjon Murphy.
Tyjon Murphy. And
he's got 295 pounds of a problem.
Fold him in half first and then jump on top of him. And that was Brady Scott. Scott, with good speed, had no chance against Murphy because besides that, Murphy wasn't the only guy there. There were 2 others.
Yeah. But it was number 72 was the
He's
the
one.
big problem.
He's the one that squashed him. Yeah. Clock continues to run. 7:10 left in the football game. 54-14. Savages lead. Like to make a stop here. 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. Wants to throw the football, looking for a crossing route. Now there's pressure in the backfield. Still on his feet. Can he get to the end zone? I believe he did, yes. Touchdown, Hornets.
Touchdown, Hornets.
And that's going to be a penalty on Hilldale. He came in. There's several.
What do we got going on here?
Well, after the touchdown, he got up and then stepped over, looking down at the Broken Bow defender. I didn't see who it was, and then there was probably a couple of pushing fouls. So you're going to see at least 3 penalties.
I don't know about posturing when you're down 54-20 now, but that's not.
And they've got one of their coaches is on the field pulling players off as.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. We do have a point after touchdown still.
Boy, they are talking to Graydon. Our coaching staff's talking to Graydon Howell, and he seems animated.
Well, don't let him get kicked out of the game. That means you don't get to play
first
next half.
Yeah.
But we had a series of flags coming in at the end of the play there, and they weren't all at the same time. So I mean, there were some things going.
There was some posturing, and then
what was who was it used to say some extracurricular activity?
Was that Kurt Gowdy maybe?
It was one of the old school guys would say it's a little extracurricular activity going on.
Dandy Don Meredith sounds like one of those guys.
We've still got a debate going on as to what the actual call is and whether or not anybody's actually in serious trouble here. Because it is one of those situations where they could eject someone, particularly if there were any blows thrown, any punches thrown. I didn't see any, but I couldn't get it. I didn't have a good look at it either.
Touchdown's good. After the play,
Here we go.
we have been sportsmanlike on Hilldale. We have been sportsmanlike on Broken Bow. That offsets. We also have another dead ball unsportsmanlike on Broken Bow. That'll be from the kickoff.
So there's 2 unsportsmanlike penalties on Broken Bow and 1 on Hilldale. So we'll get a 15-yard assessment as Hilldale kicks the football off. So you're almost guaranteed to see an onside kick. 6:49 left in the football game. 54-20 is our score. And a 2-point conversion on the way. Nope, they're going to tee it up and kick it. So. And I just closed my circles, just sitting here talking. Always nice when your watch says hello. Extra point attempt on the way. Good snap. Bad hold.
Yeah, good snap, bad hold.
Fire. Now they'll throw it to the ball boy.
Well, it's complete to the ball boy. Unfortunately for Hilldale, he's 7 yards out of bounds, which is
going to keep the score at 54-20. Savages will have their return unit on the field, but they will be 15 yards into their own territory because of this penalty. Let's take a commercial timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff in just a moment. Great.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, Our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
Well, you know what? It's a one-sided football game, and things are a little chippy. So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, there are some unwritten coaching rules that you don't necessarily break, and the Hilldale's got a bit of a chip on their shoulder here because they've kind of had their nose matched in the turf a little bit tonight. Not a little bit, a whole lot, honestly.
Yeah. I think this is the most dominant defeat I can remember. You mentioned this in the third quarter, but against Hilldale that I can remember.
Yeah, no,
it's always a good football, close football game.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
There have not been a lot of one-sided games.
And this is definitely one of them.
This is definitely one, yeah. So this does not look like the same kickoff unit that we saw earlier. This looks like a bunch of sophomores, honestly. And they're going, whoa, he's going to kick it.
Did he get it?
Nope, he didn't. He hit the upright.
Man, I watched he hit the crossbar, it looked like, but there was I think it was it the Oklahoma State game where it glanced off the upright and was no good on a field goal?
Yeah.
Like it just bounced straight down.
And that one, by upright, I meant the stand that holds it up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Not the upright on the goalpost itself. What do you call what would you call
I don't know. I call it the neck of the support or something. I'm sure it has some technical name.
It's the post, technically. I mean, if you think of it from construction standpoint. Yeah. So the Savages will send the first team line back out of, except it looks like a new center. Looks like they have, who is that at center?
I'll have to check.
74.
Mason Mays, I believe, running it.
He's got the football straight ahead. Big yardage up close to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, that's Jackson Price in at center.
Yeah, 71. Aiden Hammonds is now relieved by number 56. And I'm going to have to break out the roster here because I haven't called any of these names.
No, that's Colson Goss.
Okay, Goss is in there at right tackle. 65, Sonny Freeman still in the game at guard. Giddens in there at the H-back. Here's a high tackle, slung down, but he falls forward. That's Maverick Soto.
And that was a good run by Soto as he just kept his legs pumping and kind of spun around, didn't fall down, kept his balance, and got forward for a good 2-3 yard gain, moves the chains. That's first down.
Yeah, he did. They're running Mason Mays and Maverick Soto in and out here, and this time it's Mays in the backfield.
Does that make him a maze runner? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
They're taking their time, though, getting this play in. 10 seconds left on the play clock.
New faces all over the field here for the Savages. Blake Skelton's the quarterback. Hand off to Mays. Has broken tackle at the 35 to the 40, and they'll stack him up at the 40-yard line. Wow. He spins to the 41.
That's some leg strength by Mays as he turned and got an extra yard there at the end.
Powerlifting is paying off for the Broken Bow Savages as we can see the strength being exhibited tonight all throughout the game.
Powerlifting translates into power running.
It really does. Maverick Soto checks back in. Mays gets back to the sideline quickly. Savages look for a play. That's Jacabrian Giddens, the H-back. This is Berto Morales at the wide receiver wearing 44. 25 and 16 to the top side up there. 25 looks like Braden Burks.
And Scales is
16 is Jeremiah Scales.
That's a illegal procedure penalty against the Savages.
We'll start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
False start on Broken Bow. We'll back them up 5. And it'll be a second down and about 7. Football at the 36-yard line. Line to gain is the 43. Blake in the pistol. Hands it off. Maverick Soto with a full head of steam. Turns the corner. Penalty marker comes in behind as Soto breaks loose into the open field and into Hornet territory down at the 36-yard line. But that one's coming back on a bad block at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Savages. And if it's from the point of where the flags are, then it's going to go back outside the chains.
Yeah, it'll be at the 20. It should be at the 28-yard line, and it'll replay second down, right?
Second and 12, maybe.
They got to get to the 43.
14, maybe.
They got to get to the 43, so it's going to be 15, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
2nd and 15. 4:45 left in the football game. Clock on the move. Savage, second team offense in the game. High snap. Skelton keeps it. Now he'll turn the corner. 30, tries to outrun the defender and breaks the tackle to the 40. Puts his shoulder down and bulls his way forward and gets some emotion out of his teammates, and Blake is fired up as well.
He is, that was a great run, and he did a great finish. He got past the line to gain and then lowered his shoulder and went right through a would-be tackler.
Broke a tackle in the backfield, then outrun a defender, and then lowered the boom. We've seen the Savages lower their pads and truck some folks tonight, and Blake Skelton wanted a piece of that. Number 6, Maverick Soto back in the game at tailback. Handoff. Soto straight ahead, has some running room into Hornet territory. 40-yard line. They try to tackle the football, and he makes them pay with 5 more on the end inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Stop the clock with 4:12 left in the football game. Move the chains. The Savages on the move in Hornet territory.
Since that penalty moved it back to the 28, the Savages have a couple of runs and covered almost 40 yards.
Mason Mays checks in. Maverick Soto checks out. They'll send Burks over to join Morales on the right side of the offense here. Blake Skelton will flip the tailback to his left hip. Now they'll send Morales in motion. Jet sweep, handoff. Berto has it. 35-yard line, 30. Turns the corner and goes out of bounds near the 26-yard line. A nice run by Berto Morales on the jet sweep. And it's going to leave second and let's say a long 2 yards, maybe 3. We'll say 2nd and 3.
Nice run. Third different ball carrier to carry the football for Broken Bow, and they keep moving their fourth. Yeah, you're right, because it was called back, but that was Soto and that other one.
Yeah. Soto, Mays, Morales, and Skelton have all carried it in this possession. Here we go, 2nd and 3. Fake handoff. Blake will keep it. He's got a problem, but it breaks the tackle. Can't he get to the line to gain? He's close, and they'll see where they mark him as he goes out of bounds. Man, that looked like contact after he went out of bounds.
It did. Like they tried to sling him when he was out of bounds, and he didn't go down. It's marked out of bounds at the 25. Looked like he got past that. But
no, I don't think he set the line to gain. He needs to get across the 25 to move the chains.
Well, that's where it's marked at.
But he's got to get across the 25. The possession began just across the 35-yard line, so he's got to get across the 25. He needs about 2 feet here. And he's got it. Yeah, that's Mason Mays on the run.
That's a horse collar.
They've got him by the shirt neck here, and they're just letting him play at this point. 3:18 left. They'll stop the clock to move the chains, but the Savages will have it in the red zone with a first down. And the second unit, Chris, moving the football effectively.
I'm impressed by the 5 different ball carriers running the football, breaking tackles, and going north-south on this defense.
Savages with a number 64 in the game at left tackle. That's Zane Looney. He's the left tackle here. Handoff deep in the backfield. Soto back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more than that. The clock will continue to run. 2:45 left in the ball game. And the Savages happy to just let the clock move as long as they keep getting positive yardage. No gain that time, however. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and they, again, milking the clock, taking a lot of time off between snaps.
Hard count. They'll get 5 the easy way as the interior lineman from the Hornets jumped off sides, and they'll step 5 off against the Hilldale Hornets. Savages will reset on 2nd down, and it'll be 2nd and 6.
That is great experience for these younger players. You're in a game, you're excited about being out there, but good discipline to not jump off sides and get 5 the easy way.
Blake will hand it off. Mason Mays makes a cut, turns left, and scoots into the end zone.
Mason Mays.
The Savages have 60, and the Hornets have 20. We're back to a 40-point advantage. The extra point unit heads out to try to add 1 more.
9th rushing touchdown of the game for Broken Bow.
Wow. Yeah, nicely done. 60-20 is our score. 2:07 left in the football game. And Gediel Zaragoza will attempt the extra point. So the man singing so beautifully during the national anthem, Craig Sundberg's father-in-law.
Oh, wow. Well, it runs in the family then.
Yeah, no wonder Allison can sing.
No kidding.
Because her grandfather's a songbird. The extra point is good. 61-20 is our score. You want to take a break or you want to stay here?
Nah, let's just stay here.
Yeah, okay.
Talk about this. This Savage team is just dominated from basically the first play. I mean, they had that touchdown. It was dropped, but they've scored, basically didn't punt until the second half.
Yeah.
And have just had their way with the Hilldale Hornets. And other than, again, you mentioned it, Skip, some concern about those long plays that the Hornets scored on or got to the 1 yard line and then scored, a subsequent play. But some things to work on. But offensively, Rokobo hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Really didn't have to rely on any of those of the passing game that much once they started getting that running game in sync with Snooty Neal and Graydon Howe both just running over the Hornet defense.
Well, I mean, we're going to see a potent offense next week. They have Ada Cougars, I'm talking about, have one of the most explosive offenses in 4A.
And they can go deep on any play.
Yeah, and granted, Tuttle and Elgin both are also extremely talented teams, but we're still concerned only about District 4 at the moment. And to win District 4, if you're the Savages, the only shot you have at this is to defeat Ada next week.
To win. If you're going to win the district, then hope somebody can beat Salisaw and get you in a 3-way tie.
Well, you hope Ada can beat Salisaw, right? So,
which they can, obviously.
Yeah, Here's the kickoff. A high, deep end over end, fielded on the back pedal at the 20-yard line on a fair catch, and they'll give the Hornets the football and 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to work with here in this district contest.
Really academic at this point, but the Hornets are out of timeouts.
Yeah. Savages well out in front. They have their margin. You only get 15 points of margin as a tiebreaker bonus, so we had that a long time ago. 61-20 is our score. And the Hornets, probably as slow as they've been moving, they'll probably only run a couple of plays here, and this should be academic.
Yes.
If they throw an incompletion, I'm going to be heartbroken. I'm ready for some dinner. I'm sorry. I'm cranky. Hand off. They will keep it on the ground.
But they're going to go out of bounds. Good tackle in bounds. Nice job. I think it's Soto over there.
I think it was number 6, yeah. Tackled inbounds. So the clock continues to move with 1:50 left in the football game. How much was the gain? Not much, right?
I think it was 1 yard.
No. He got 5.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong line. I was looking at the wrong marker. Well, they got it marked 2nd and 9 here. Oh, they had a penalty, right?
No.
Well, what's that?
He's got the marker at the wrong line.
That's what
there
it is.
He's moving.
Okay, I just looked up and said, that looked like a yard to me.
He's down there having a conversation with the chain guy. The ball marker never moved. Now it is. 2nd down, long 4 yards here. Handoff, inside handoff. Savages will wrap him up, get him down. Nice play that time. That's Mason Mays on the tackle.
Yeah.
Clock moves down, 1:08 left.
I think LaDanian Pearson now in the game
What number is he?
28.
Number 21's out there. We hadn't called his name.
That's going to be Skylar Marshall. He's making all those tackles on the kickoffs back when they returned them.
Yeah.
They haven't done that this game, really.
Skylar Marshall in the game. 16, Jeremiah Scales. We've said his name earlier. Who's that on his left? 20, what is that? 25, that's Burks? Who is that? I can't see that number, can you?
Are you talking about
the strong safety?
Oh, that's
19.
That's a freshman.
19. Let's see if I can find his name. Oh, that's Stouter Brown.
Yeah, the freshman. Here's
Savages with some pressure, sack, and Mason Mays has himself a PFL.
Wow, Mason Mays having a whale of a game.
That's going to be the final play of the football game.
Well, that's a way to end it. That's emblematic of the way this football game has gone.
And mercifully, the final horn will blow. The Savages 61 on the board, so they had 70 last week. They had 61 tonight. 131 points in the last 2 weeks of football for the Savage offense. And the Ada Cougars on their way to Broken Bow next week for a big football game.
Both these teams get an extra day to prepare. This is Thursday. The game is next Friday at Broken Bow. Man, what a game that's going to be. Huge game for both of those programs. But Savages, and both coming in with momentum after these wins. But what thoughts about tonight? And really appreciate having number 7, Sky Baker, back in the ball game. Makes a huge difference in that secondary. And
it really does. It changes a lot about this. Now, one thing to remind people of, and we didn't talk about it tonight, but Rick Lang coached here at Hilldale. So, I mean, he has connections here all over this school. As Maverick's dad, who is the defensive coordinator for Broken Bow, he was a coach here at Hilldale. So I see him out there shaking hands with the staff and saying hello to some old friends. Savages doing their job tonight, getting it done. 61-20 is the final score. Parting shot here, Chris?
Just this is exactly what you wanted to come in and do.
Yeah.
Control the game, score your points, get your defense out there, and then, get the win, and then prepare. Get an extra day, as I said, rest. Don't sit on your laurels, but an extra day of rest to get ready for the Egg at the Cougars. That's going to be at Memorial Stadium next Friday, and we will be there. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock.
Huge matchup. Ada Cougars and the Broken Bow Savages live from Memorial Stadium. Will be live right here on YouTube to bring you all that action. If you can't be there in person, then you can join us right here. Thanks to all of our media partners for helping us along the way to keep all this good information coming at you and all the action from the Broken Bow Savages as the team celebrates along with the Savage Pride Band and all of the fans in the stands. Team celebrates another victory tonight. For Jonathan Calloway on the main camera, for Chris Chandler giving us the wonderful production and analysis. My name is Skip Copeland. God bless you all. We'll talk to you next week with the Savages and the Cougars.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine. Brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it.